All right. What is up, YouTube? What is going on, fellow fantasy people? And of course, what is up, the catch? Fam, you guys already know what time it is, man. Week 17 fantasy reaction. I am eagerly anticipating hearing from you guys and how you guys did today. For those of you who this was your fantasy championship, how things are looking. It was a good weekend of football, right? I mean, we still got the rest of the Sunday night game, still got Monday night football as well. But I thought overall, it was a day that left, I think, a lot of us with some hope for the most part. There were some miscues, some crazy things, but overall, a good day of solid football. So hit that like button on the way in, hit that sub button if you're new to the channel. Go ahead and join the Catch fam. Get in the live chat. Let me know how things went for you. Let me know any questions you guys have as well. We'll hang out for a little bit here. And I'm excited to hear from you guys, man. It's kind of bittersweet. I know this is the last week of fantasy for a lot of you guys, but I know that a lot of you guys playing through week 18 as well. So hit the like button, hit the sub button. Watch this retrospectively. Feel free to hop in the comment section down below. And appreciate you guys coming out tonight. Let's get right into it. Okay. Kyler Murray had a great day. I mean, not a great day, a very good day. 263 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 44 rushing yards for Kyler Murray in that victory over the Cowboys. A great game. Let's see. CeeDee Lamb, only 3 receptions in that same game, so about 8 points in full PPR. DJ Moore, if you started him, just 3 receptions overall. Kyle Pitts, I mean, had a better day than I thought he would in full PPR. He netted about 8.9 fantasy points, but I mean, off of 2 receptions, it's not bad at all. I mean, Dallas's defense, turned out to not be a team that we wanted to start today, but I mean, how do you bench these guys, right? How do you bench them? Darren Gungabable, if you started him, he got you about 14 fantasy points, 36 rushing yards, 2 receptions, and a receiving touchdown towards the end. I mean, really the only garbage time points came from our guy Dare. So if you started him, you got good enough stat line there. Matthew Stafford had a pretty kind of day. 309 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a fumble. A lot of turnovers for Matthew Stafford, but the Rams did get the victory. There are if I'm not mistaken, the Rams have clinched that division, right? Which is kind of crazy. A 1-point victory over Baltimore. So big game for the Rams. Ronald Jones went down with an injury in this game versus the Jets. So I mean, this was what we thought was going to be a smash play, and I mean the Jets showed up in this game, but nonetheless, Ronald Jones going down with injury absolutely burnt most of us, right? Anyone who started him, you got absolutely burnt. There's no way looking around it. And I think I told everyone who asked me about Ronald Jones to start him, so I'm a little worried about that. Sony Michelle had a good day, 74 rushing yards, a touchdown, 25 receiving yards. Cooper Kupp, 6 receptions, 95 receiving yards, and a touchdown. Tyreek Hill, full PPR, at least got you 10 points, but I mean, how do you bench Tyreek Hill, especially in this style of game script, but still a disappointing day for week 17, right? Mark Andrews, 6 receptions, 89 receiving yards. Good day overall for Mark Andrews. Zach Ertz, 7 receptions, 41 receiving yards. Full PPR, not a bad day. Buffalo Bills defense had a very good day overall. Patterson on Washington had a good day, 57 rushing yards, a touchdown, and 41 receiving yards as well. She started him. He was a great stream here in week 17. Let's see here. Jonathan Taylor got you about 18 fantasy points, 108 rushing yards, and a touchdown. Good overall day for Jonathan Taylor. Deebo Samuel continues to do Deebo Samuel things. Only 3 receptions, but 63 rushing yards and a touchdown on the day. Noah Fant, 6 receptions, 92 receiving yards, and a touchdown. He finally showed up. And, I've said this all season long that Drew Lock has good chemistry with Noah Fant, and finally showed up in a good matchup. But he's had great matchups for like the past 6 weeks and has done nothing with them. Michael Carter, questionable after this game for the Jets, 54 rushing yards, only 1 reception. Not a great day there. The San Francisco 49ers defense had themselves a good day, 11 fantasy points overall. Devonta Freeman, if you started him, not a great day. 76 rushing yards, but no score. Russell Gage pretty much capped in this game, 3 receptions for 50 receiving yards. Joe Burrow, Holy cow. This is the guy winning you fantasy championships right now. 34 fantasy points on average today, 446 passing yards, 4 touchdowns after that monster game last week. Joe Burrow has been a league winner this year. Saquon Barkley had 102 rushing yards. So if you started him, he didn't have that bad of a day. DeAndre Swift ended up being a bust today. 4 rushing attempts, 32 rushing yards, and just 2 receptions, under 6 fantasy points. Bad day. Jacoby Myers, of course, in week 17 comes up big. 73 receiving yards off 8 receptions and a touchdown. Good day overall for Jacoby Myers. Hollywood Brown, if you started him, had an awful day. 3 receptions, 28 receiving yards, and a fumble. Kelsey did Kelsey things. He scored a touchdown, so you're happy there. Amon-Ra St. Brown, holy cow. Holy cow. A receiving touchdown, a rushing touchdown, and a 2-point conversion, and 111 receiving yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown should have never been a fade for us. He had a monster day, man. New England Patriots had themselves a good day. 3 interceptions, 10 points allowed, 2 sacks, double-digit fantasy points overall there. Hunter Henry, just 3 receptions on the day, 37 receiving yards. Not a great day, but Foster Moreau, who we thought would be a great stream at the tight end position, just 1 target, 1 reception for Foster Moreau was disgusting. Awful. Josh Allen did Josh Allen things, got you over 20 points. We don't really need to talk about that. Dave Montgomery had a great game, 64 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. I honestly thought he might score a third time, but he ended up not. Josh Jacobs had a good day, 4 receptions, overall 63 rushing yards and a touchdown. Jamar Chase, holy cow, 266 receiving yards, 11 receptions off 12 targets, and 3 touchdowns. Are you kidding me? Please tell me you guys started Jamar Chase. Christian Kirk had a solid day, full PPR, 79 receiving yards. Gesicki, full PPR, had a decent day, 51 receiving yards. Zeke ended up being a bust today, man. Just 4 fantasy points on average today. Green Bay's defense is doing pretty all right tonight so far. Tom Brady had himself a solid day overall, 27 fantasy points on average, 410 passing yards, and 3 touchdowns. Great day for Brady. Devin Singletary, 23 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 110 rushing yards overall. Does not look like that hamstring was an issue whatsoever. So shout out to Devin Singletary. He had himself a great day versus Atlanta. Devontae Adams had himself a solid night so far, about 25 fantasy points, and we're only in the third quarter. Aaron Rodgers looking about 16 fantasy points at the moment. DK Metcalf, I told you guys I like DK this week versus Detroit, man. 9 targets, 6 receptions, 63 receiving yards, but 3 touchdowns, 30 fantasy points on average. Dallas Goedert had a good day, 71 receiving yards. A.J. Brown was a bust today, man. 5 targets, 2 receptions, 41 receiving yards. Not a great day. Started Justin Tucker. He had double-digit points today. He looked great out there. Odell Beckham scored today. Had a good day overall, about 14 to 15 fantasy points depending on scoring format. Jalen Hurts was a freaking bust today. I don't get it, man. I just don't. No touchdowns on the day, 44 rushing yards, 214 passing yards. The Eagles did get the victory. It's a big win for them, but holy cow, is annoying. Joe Mixon, full PPR, had a good day due to the 7 receptions. He added to his stat line, 46 rushing yards, no touchdowns, but still about 15 fantasy points in full PPR. Alvin Kamara, 32 rushing yards, no rush touchdowns, but a receiving touchdown on top of 5 receptions for 68 receiving yards. So a pretty good day for Alvin Kamara. Darnell Mooney, told you guys I like Mooney this week, man. 69 receiving yards and a touchdown. A good day for Mooney overall. Let's see. If he started MVS tonight, he's not looking good. Lazard was the wide receiver 2 for the Packers to stream tonight. Russell Wilson had himself a good day. I mean, a lot of you guys out there looking for a waiver pickup. I liked Russell this week. 236 passing yards and 4 touchdowns for Russell Wilson. Like I said, Lazard's got 5 targets, 5 receptions, 65 receiving yards, and a touchdown so far tonight. Justin Herbert, I mean, not a bad day. I mean, the Chargers won 34-13. He didn't have any turnovers, 237 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, but just about 17 fantasy points on average. So not a great day from a fantasy perspective. Chase Edmonds, if you started him, 53 rushing yards and 29 receiving yards off of 5 receptions. So pretty good day in full PPR. Melvin Gordon was the back to start out of the Broncos running back committee at 43 receiving yards and 3 receptions, but still just barely netted you 10 points in full PPR. Mike Williams, I mean, scored a touchdown today. Got you about 15 fantasy points if you started him. Jalen Waddle, who I loved this week. going up against Tennessee secondary. I don't get it, man. Jalen Waddle just straight burnt us. I mean, full PPR, he at least got you about 7.5 points, but just 7 targets, 3 receptions, 47 receiving yards. A bad day, not just for Jalen Waddle, but a bad day for the Dolphins. They do not look like a playoff team like we thought they were a week ago whatsoever, man. Cole Kmet, if you started him, 3 receptions on the day, not a great day. Brandon Ayuk, 94 receiving yards, 4 receptions, so pretty good day there for Brandon Ayuk. Started Chicago's defense. This was probably the stream of the week, man. 2 interceptions, 3 points allowed, 4 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and a safety versus the Giants, the Chicago Bears. 25 fantasy points on average today. Holy cow, did they look good, man. All right, let's keep going here. Or is that everything I need to touch? No, I don't think it is. Let's see. I lost my place here. Give me 1 second here. All right, let's keep going. Patty Mahomes, 20 fantasy points on average today, 259 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. A good day for him. Rashad Penny, a big day for Rashad Penny. 170 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. We liked Penny going in this matchup, and he proved us right. Justin Jefferson, who started him, only has 3 receptions so far tonight. Tyler Lockett scored 3 receptions, 24 receiving yards. Lockett had a pretty good day overall for me. Dawson Knox burnt us. You guys know that I really liked Knox in this matchup, and he 2 targets, 0 receptions, an awful, awful day. Very, very disappointed. Our guy Dawson Knox. Braxton Berrios, a huge day. If you streamed Braxton Berrios, he had a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown. And if I'm not mistaken, he had a special teams touchdown. Maybe I'm mistaken, but nonetheless, he had a monster day, about 24 fantasy points on the day. Started Ramondre Stevenson. He had about 22 fantasy points, 107 rushing yards, and 2 touchdowns. A good day for him. If you started Kendrick Bourne, about 5 receptions, about 14 fantasy points. He had 5 receptions, 76 receiving yards. Pretty good day for Bourne. I've started Rashad Bateman, 7 receptions, about 12 fantasy points. Tyler Higbee finally had himself a relatively solid day in full PPR, about 12 fantasy points for Tyler Higbee. Let's see here. Deontay Foreman had a good day, 132 rushing yards and a score. Keenan Allen, 44 receiving yards and a touchdown. Pretty good day there. Amari Cooper, only 3 receptions and 18 receiving yards, but he found the end zone. A good day for him. Gronk had a good day in full PPR, 7 receptions for 115 receiving yards. Michael Gallup, 3 receptions, 36 receiving yards, and a touchdown. Good day for Michael Gallup overall, though he did exit the game with an injury. Tennessee's defense ended up being a good stream overall today, about 15 fantasy points, an interception, 3 points allowed, 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble, including a fumble recovery. So good day overall for Tennessee. Let's see here. Damian Harris, if you started him, also had a big day, 35 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. So him and Stevenson, regardless of who you started, ended up having a pretty even split there, although Stevenson had many more yards on the ground. Eli Mitchell had a big day as expected. We really liked him going into the week. 119 rushing yards and a touchdown on the day. Mike Evans coming off of the snap count, 47 receiving yards and a touchdown. A good day overall for Mike Evans. And if I'm not mistaken, let's see. We have a couple more. Yeah. So Dak Prescott, 20 fantasy points on average today. Pretty good day overall for Dak. Javonte Williams burnt us, man. 30 rushing yards, no scores. A bad day. Aaron Jones having a good night. 69 rushing yards, 30 receiving yards. Full PPR, he's got you about 14 fantasy points so far. Stephon Diggs, disappointing day in my opinion. 5 receptions, 52 receiving yards. Full PPR, he at least got you 10 points, right? Brandon Cooks, we like Cooks going in the week. 7 receptions, 66 receiving yards, and a touchdown. Good day overall, about 19 fantasy points on average. George Kittle, a bad start this week. 6 receiving yards, but how do you bench the man? How do you bench him, right? T. Higgins, after that enormous, ridiculous game last week, 3 receptions, 62 receiving yards, in full PPR. It at least got you about 9 points, but not a good start whatsoever. Darrell Williams, a really good day for Darrell Williams. 25 fantasy points on average, 2 touchdowns, 88 receiving yards, and added 3 receptions. Chuba Hubbard surprisingly had a very good fantasy day. 55 rushing yards and a touchdown, about 15 points on average. Tyler Boyd, if you started him, 4 receptions. 36 receiving yards, and a touchdown. Not a bad day for a boy, Tyler Boyd. And that should be everyone. It's yep, that should be all the big names, right? Let's see if there's any. Well, there's one more big name that I'm purposely not touching yet. But Trey Lance, if you streamed him, about 19 fantasy points on average, maybe 20 depending on your scoring format. 249 passing yards, and not a bad day through the air. 2 touchdowns as well. He did have the interception, and he had 8 rushing attempts for 31 rushing yards. So we thought that on the ground he'd play a little bit better, but it is what it is, right? Taysom Hill overall, if you ended up streaming him, about 17 fantasy points, so not too shabby there. If you streamed Tyler Huntley, he did not have a great day. Mac Jones had himself quite a day against that Jacksonville Jaguars defense. He was slinging it all over the place. Okay, so let's I actually want to check Rex Burkhead's stats. Okay, yeah, he did nothing. He did nothing. Well, that's not true. He had about 12 fantasy points. I'm sorry. Yeah, full PPR. I mean, he didn't have an awful day, but he didn't have as good of a week as last week. If you started Boston Scott, he was the back out of the Eagles to start. And I mean, that's just the risk, right? Because I think a lot of us felt in our heart that it would be Jordan Howard, and that was the initial risk. It's like it can really pay off, or it can do the exact opposite. If you started Boston Scott, kudos to you. If you started Jordan Howard, then you understand the risk behind it, right? So obviously, the Antonio Brown situation is the last player to really touch on. And from a fantasy perspective, obviously he burnt us in the strangest possible fashion. I don't want to spend like a ton of time on this topic. Obviously, Antonio Brown will no longer be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. There's gonna be a lot of speculation, I guess, a lot of conversation about this throughout the week. From a fantasy perspective, 5 targets, 3 receptions, 26 receiving yards before he did exit the game. So in full PPR, that netted you about 5 to 6 fantasy points, depending on scoring format, right, and everything. So I'll just read this analysis, okay? After Brown's departure during the second half of Sunday's game, Arians' comment comes as no surprise. That comment being, quote unquote, is no longer a Buccaneer. As TJ Rives of Buccaneers Radio reported, afterward, Brown was benched by Arians. The wide receiver proceeded to take off his pads, toss his shirt into the stands, head into the locker room in the middle of the game. Brown's first full campaign in Tampa Bay included 7 appearances and 9 absences, which most of those were due to injury. The final 3 DNP is the result of a suspension for misrepresentation of his vaccination status. He'll soon be subject to waivers, likely by Monday at 4 p.m. It'll be surprising if another team comes calling, considering Sunday's event. So, I mean, we loved this play. I mean, the only hesitancy we had was around the ankle injury and something potentially happening, in terms of the injury being, re-aggravated. So, it sucks, right? I mean, it's a bad situation, right? It's a sad situation. I encourage you guys to listen to Tom Brady's words in the press conference after. I'll give you some good insight. And, I wish him the best. I hope he gets whatever help he needs, whatever's going on. But I don't think we need to speculate on this too much other, than from a fantasy perspective, right? But obviously, amongst the, couple of players that burnt us today, that was probably the strangest one, out of the bunch. I don't think anyone was expecting that. So there you have it. There's week 17 reaction from the statistical approach. I've got the game on, but there's really not a lot going on here. So there we go. I'll hop into the chat, see what's going on, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure if you're new to the channel and you tune in tonight that you do hit that sub button. Join the Catch fam tonight. Appreciate you guys coming in, coming out to the stream tonight. But here we go. I'm a little worried because I know there's a lot. It's week 17, and I'll cross my fingers for you guys all day long, man. Phase 10 foil, what's up, bro? Devin Singletary went crazy like I said he would, and I benched Jamar. Yikes. Did you start Singletary? Did you win? Guys, let me know. Did you win? Are you in? Are you out? Do you play through week 18? How'd it go, man? Let me know. Gosh, yeah, Jamar. We should have tooted Jamar Chase's horn louder after last week, man. We should have just said every Bengals player is a start going into this game script, and that's on me, man. That's on me. Jerry, what's up, boys? What's up, Jerry? What's up, Jerry? Sorry, I feel like I rushed that what's up and it came out super weird. Things are getting interesting in the championship game. Last I checked, you're doing quite all right. I'm gonna pull it up here though. Let's see. I think you're in a pretty decent position. Let's see here. LeBron's brain. I need Cook and Rodgers to not score 22 to win this ship. Combined, I think you're okay. I don't think Cook's going to do much tonight, boys. Max, I'm going to win my league. Let's freaking go, Max. EA 149 me versus 84 them. They have Najee Harris and Deontay Johnson tomorrow night in half PPR. I think you're solid, bro. I think you're good, EA. I think you're in a good position, my dude. Made for TV, I played Zeke over Penny. Good news is I'm up 15. Opponent has MVS left. Let's go Packers, run that clock out. I think you're in a fine position then. I think you're in a good position. I mean, the Packers are up big. Anything can happen. I mean, they want to win this game. They want to, stick it to their divisional rival. But, I mean, I want to be surprised if MVS comes out of this game with 15, by the end of the night. Jeff basically lost my championship to Jamar Chase. I mean, yeah, here's the thing, man. If you had Jamar Chase against you probably didn't have a good weekend, And it's just the way that it goes sometimes, man. It's rough, man. It's rough. And if you had Jamar, you probably had a good weekend, Jerry wasn't here when he read my comment. I'll send it again. Max, I won mine thanks to Jamar. See, yeah, I mean, if you had him against you, no bueno. If you had him again for you, you're very happy, right? Cutie Nate, I had Chase and Penny. Let's go. Allison Shaft, thanks, Jamar. 3rd in 5 years. Not bad at all. Jeff, I lost to those two guys, Penny and Chase. Damn. I'll have to score like 180 points next game to win. Plus, the guys I'm playing against is the league manager, and he's a major cheater. Is he actually a cheater? But hey, anything can happen, Jeff. You never know. So 180 is not crazy, right? Max, Antonio Brown with the frowny face. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I was relying on him. So, yeah. J1324 started Chase Monty Fan Bears D lined up for my first fantasy win. Let's freaking go. Love to hear it, man. Kudos to you, bro. Matt, I lost too much money today. Yikes. I feel for you, bro. I do. I'm currently down 0.6 with Greg Joseph. You have Greg. I mean, I could see Greg Joseph kicking an extra point or a field goal tonight. Yeah. That's not too bad of a position to be in. Kelvin Swift sold me so hard. Yes, Swift was one that sold us hard. Bad today, man. Bad. Pray I still hate Dak Prescott. Jalen Hurts scored less points than Stafford. Bucks defense sold. Good thing I didn't start them over New England. Yeah, Bucks defense completely sold. Juke, St. Brown and Penny winning the ship for me. Love to see it. Let's go, Juke. Let's go. Let's see. Ronald Jones burnt me. I'm happy I didn't start Antonio Brown. He left. I mean, yeah, Ronald Jones, I mean, it didn't exactly burn us. He got injured, right? But either way, it's not, you could consider it, right? It's not a good situation. Derek, the catch. I lost Adams, still in, and Penny killed me. Went against them, but told you about Scott. All right, so did you end up in second place, Derek? LeBron's brain. What about Knox? 0 points. Yeah, huge burn there from Knox. That one very disappointing. Max, I started a B. Let's see. I did too, bro. I did too. Y'all told me to start Cordell Patterson. Said Scott played Diggs over St. Brown. I've been Green Bay D to keep pressure on Jefferson and Osborne. 109 to 102. Pray for me. We will absolutely pray for you, Adam. Yeah. And, with Scott, I just felt like there was a little bit of risk there. And you see that on the other side of things if you started Jordan Howard. Between Higgins, played Higgins over Renfro. I mean, and look at the game script for Higgins going into the week, and you look at what he did last week. I mean, eh, you know, and then you look at Diggs over St. Brown. I just felt like Diggs' matchup was phenomenal. So it's a lot of tough calls there, But yeah, I mean, you're not an awful. So you've got Jefferson and Osborne against you. We'll see what happens, bro. Definitely crossing my fingers for you, my dude. Mike, hey, Catch, how was your New Year's weekend? It was good, bro. How was yours? Hope all is well. Absolutely. I won solid money on DK. I won solid money on DKS this weekend. Went high on Burrows again and Chase. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Stober 142 to 103. He has Chubb left. I have Jefferson. Not expecting him to do much more. Back-to-back championships, baby. Let's go. Love to hear it, man. Love to hear it. Happy for you guys. And guys, if you didn't win your championship today, I mean, reflect on this past season, right? I mean, this was a very, very difficult fantasy season to manage. And reflect on the fact that you got to the championship. I mean, second place, it sucks, man. Third place, it sucks, right? Because it's not first place. I get it. But reflect on the fact that you made it that far because a lot of people didn't. A lot of people had trouble managing rosters this year. I mean, truthfully, be proud of yourself for getting to the fantasy championship because this was a phenomenally hard year to play fantasy football. So be proud of yourselves, guys. I know it sucks right now, but when you look back on it, second and third place this year is a huge accomplishment. Jerry, John, how was your New Year's? It was good, man. It was pretty relaxed. Didn't do a whole lot, but it was good. I appreciate that, Jerry. How was yours? Adam, no hate. I'm laughing because I've pulled close wins all playoffs with Deontay Johnson. That's my last hope. No, I got you, bro. I feel bad, so I'm trying to reiterate my thought process for you is all, my dude. But I feel bad. I feel worse. When I make the wrong calls for you guys, I feel far worse than making the wrong calls for myself. So you've got a good chance here. But do you have both the Vikings receivers against you? I still think you have a decent chance. I mean, the way this game script's going. James Martin, and do you have Deontay Johnson playing as well to kind of buffer out the Vikings receivers? James Martin, I'm up by 55. My opponent has Chubb and Fitzpatrick as defensive player. I think that Chubb could have a big night, and I think that Fitzpatrick is obviously great, but 55 is a pretty good margin to be up, James. So don't lose faith there. LeBron's brain, if Cook and Rodgers don't score more than 21, then I will win my first fantasy year. Let's go. I think you got a good shot, man. We'll hang out till the end of this game, and we'll see, man. So I think you got a good shot for sure. Spoke of the Cat. Happy New Year, bro. What's up, man? Made it to championship week 18 in our league. Should I play Taysom or Hurts next week? Had Rojo and AB managed to make it through. Let's go. That's crazy. The way Hurts played today, for now, I'm going to say Taysom Hill. We'll talk about it during the week, but for now, I'm going to say Taysom Hill because I'm very disappointed in Hurts. Stober started Andy Dalton. Let's go. As soon as I saw Andy Dalton throw that first touchdown, I thought of you, bro, and I was so happy. He ended up having a decent game. And I looked at some of the other guys that you could have started, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was the best start you could have had. So Taylor Heineke being one of the other guys, but it's just crazy that we sat here all week. We're like, stick with Andy Dalton of all freaking people. So we got 3 minutes and 22 seconds left in the third quarter of this game. Guys, let me know your thoughts on today. Let me know what you thought about. Today was a good day of football, right? I mean, it's overshadowed by, the championship and things like that. But overall, let me know what you guys thought about today. And I feel like the Antonio Brown situation is like shadowing everything. But outside of that, what was your guys' takeaway today? Because we had, certain teams eliminated from the playoffs. I mean, we're going into the last week of regular season football. It's crazy. Jerry, I'm up 59 points. My opponent has Cook, Najee, and Claypool. I think you got it locked up, bro. I think you got it locked up. I think you're in a good spot. Jerry, my fantasy football day started off really bad, but it somewhat came back. I think you got the Catch Fam championship locked up, bro. I really do. I think you're in a great position. All right, so Vikings got the football. Man, bad day for the Vikings. This game would be so completely different if Kirk Cousins was playing. There's a catch by Justin Jefferson. A good little route there by Justin Jefferson. Good catch there. My league manager reversed a trade I made in week 12, which sent me back, but y'all had helped me get here, so it's been fun for my first time in fantasy. Let's go, Adam. I love to hear that, bro. I can't. Why did he reverse? Why did he reverse a trade? What's up with that, man? Adam, I am completely rooting for you, bro. I mean, second place in your first year of fantasy is still very good if you don't pull it off, man. But do you have Deontay Johnson playing as well? Um, let me know. Let me know. Jerry, did you like my, my photo edits of you and Steven? Yeah, those were funny. Those made me laugh. Spent some time on it. Yeah, those were funny, dude. James, St. Brown is a ship winner. We went off during the fantasy playoffs. Yeah. You know, I thought that the Lions would run the football more against the Seattle unit. And St. Brown went off last week without Goff out there. Are the Lions better without Jared Goff? I mean, that was a high scoring game between two teams out of the playoffs. So that was interesting. But yeah, you're absolutely correct. St. Brown was a fantasy championship winner and a playoff winner. I mean, the guys that come to mind for me are Rashad Penny, Joe Burrow, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Jamar Chase and Travis Kelce. Like, if you could build a super team, those are the first, and probably Devontae Adams. Those are probably the first guys that come to mind for me, right? The Bronze Brain, I had literally no idea how to draft in fantasy. Was asked to join 5 minutes before the draft started, and here I am in the finals. Life comes at you fast. Let's go. Let's go, man. It sure does. Continuing to cross my fingers for you guys, man. Any of you guys playing through week 18, we'll have the same schedule this week. So we got plenty of fantasy content coming this week as well for you guys. And we got lots in the works for you guys. So Catch Fam's not going anywhere, man. The Lions might be better without Swift, to be honest. They didn't look bad today, that's for sure. All right, 1st and 10 for the Vikes. A good little pickup there. Good little pickup there. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, let's break down the I won 4 in a row, and I was playing his best friend week 12 and week 13. I called him out. I hate politics. Yes, I have Johnson on Monday. What kind of league manager is that, man? Okay, so you're down what, about 6 points now with that last reception? So you have Jefferson and Osborne against you, but you still have Deontay Johnson left. Are there only players left, Jefferson and Osborne? I'm taking this personally, man. If I put you guys in a bad position, I take it. I need to know, man. I need to know if we're going to win or not, because I feel like I have stake in your fantasy team and I want you to win more than I want any success with my own fantasy leagues. All right, let's see if I can't pull up the playoff picture. Anytime I try to pull it up on the NFL website, it doesn't load. Maybe I have like I don't know, something blocked on there or something. I don't know. All right, moving on to CBS. Why not? Okie doke. All right, so this is if things ended today. We don't need that. Okay. So Tennessee, Kansas City, Cincinnati, Buffalo, and New England are all in. In terms of the wild card spots that are still open, you've got the Colts and the Chargers in with that victory today. But next week, the Chargers in Las Vegas play for the number 7 or 6 seed, depending on a Colts loss. The Colts get Jacksonville. So they could make the 6th spot, but more than likely they'll make the 7th spot, whoever wins that game. And then Pittsburgh has to win. There's still a scenario where Pittsburgh or Baltimore can get in, and that would have to include a win from one of those two teams. So okay. Wait. Pittsburgh plays Cleveland. Wait, this doesn't make any sense. Okay, I don't know what I'm looking at. But something's messed up here on this chart because it's saying multiple teams play Pittsburgh and Cleveland. This is not correct. But there's some sort of scenario next week where Pittsburgh or Baltimore can get in. So you got, I'm sorry, Indianapolis, you got the LA Chargers, you got Pittsburgh, and you got Baltimore fighting it out. Personally, I'd like to see the Colts and the Chargers get in. Maybe if we get a healthy Lamar Jackson, no offense to Tyler Huntley, but maybe then I'd like to see the Ravens get in. I don't really care to watch the Chargers in the playoffs. So I actually like the AFC playoff picture as is. You got Tennessee's the number 1 seed right now. So that game next week, which I'm not mistaken, is against Houston. You got Kansas City at Denver. Those are 2 big games. And then if Tennessee and Kansas City lose, they're sitting at 11-5, right? So if they lose, you got Cincinnati, Buffalo, and New England all sitting at 6-loss teams. If I'm not mistaken, New England can't make the number 1 seed. No, they can. Buffalo and New England are still fighting for that division. And Buffalo gets the Jets. New England gets Miami next week. Don't forget, week 1, New England lost to Miami. So you've still got a scenario in the AFC where the Patriots, Bills, Bengals, Chiefs, and Titans can all make the number 1 seed. So the AFC playoff picture is quite interesting. That was a lot of twists and turns to break that down. All right, let's move on to the NFC. Right now, you've got the Packers sitting as the number 1 seed. I'm going to assume that they win tonight, and that should, kind of continue to secure them. They'll be 13-3. And then, okay, my mistake, guys. I understand now. It's showing us the next game. It's not showing us week 18. So when I said there were multiple teams playing Pittsburgh, it was correct because Cleveland's next game is at Pittsburgh. And then in week 18, Baltimore plays Pittsburgh. So moving back to the AFC, if Pittsburgh wins tomorrow and then they beat Baltimore, they will be 8-7-1. Baltimore would be eliminated. And then depending on a Chargers or Colts loss, Pittsburgh could get in. If Baltimore wins, they'd be 9-8. Pittsburgh would be eliminated, and then they would need a Colts or Chargers loss, something along the lines of that. Let's move back to the NFC. The Rams are atop of their division, even though Arizona won today. If I'm not mistaken, the Rams, no, they've just clinched a playoff. Okay, so the Rams and Arizona are still in a scenario. Okay, so the Rams next week play the Niners. If they lose and Arizona wins, Arizona can take the number 2 spot. Tampa Bay, obviously won their division, number 3. And you got Dallas, Arizona. Then you got the Niners and Philadelphia hanging at 6 and 7. The outside looking in after today, Atlanta's been eliminated. The Washington football team has also been eliminated. So now on the outside looking in, we've got Minnesota and New Orleans. Quite frankly, I would like to see the Niners and Philly get in today. Philly plays Dallas next week. That's a big game where the Niners play the Rams. I mean, that's going to be a game that the Rams are absolutely going to want to win. So if the Niners lose, they can be eliminated if we get a New Orleans victory or a Minnesota victory next week, assuming, no. If we're assuming that Minnesota loses today, the Minnesota is going to be counting on a New Orleans loss next week and a Philly and San Francisco loss. Is Minnesota eliminated tonight? Because they'd have 9 losses. Is there a scenario that Minnesota can get in if they lose tonight? Huh. I don't know if there is. Someone, if you guys know, get back to me. Because they'd have 9 losses. New Orleans would have 9 losses if they lose next week, but if Philly or San Fran Philly or San Fran had to lose today, and Minnesota could have lost today if one of those 2 teams lost, but they did not. So Minnesota, if they lose tonight, if I'm not mistaken, they're out of the playoffs because San Francisco and Philly won. So that would mean we only have New Orleans on the outside looking in, who plays Atlanta next week, and they would be counting on a loss by Philly at Dallas or San Francisco at the Rams, which could very, very well happen. So the NFC is not as interesting, but you've got some interesting scenarios, especially the Rams playing San Francisco. I mean, yeah, there's some interesting things there. So Dallas and Philly playing as well. So the way I look at it, I would like to see Green Bay, the LA Rams, Tampa Bay, Dallas, Arizona, San Francisco, and Philadelphia making the playoffs for the NFC. In terms of the AFC, I'd like to see Tennessee, Kansas City, Cincinnati, Buffalo, New England, Indianapolis, and the Chargers. If it's not the Chargers, I would like for it to be Baltimore. If it's not Baltimore, I'd like for it to be Pittsburgh. I really don't want to watch the Raiders in the playoffs, but I'd really want the Colts to make it. And I think the Chargers, although their defense is atrocious, I think offensively they're the next best team to get in. All right, let me get back to the chat. That took way longer than I expected it to. I'm sorry, guys. Spoke of the cat, or excuse me, Adam. They have those J and O and J kicker. Interesting. J and O and J the kicker. As you say, your opponent. Okay. So, Justin Jefferson and Osborne and Jay the kicker against you. I mean, I think you're in a decent position still. Smoking the cat carry Bengals in the playoffs. Yes. My opponent has Burrow and Chase. Hoping Burrow and Chase would sit out. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they clinched a playoff spot today. They won the division. But they are still in a position where they can technically get the number 1 seed. So I don't know that they're going to be sitting anyone next week. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Let me read an email very quickly. Spencer says, GG's, Jerry. You guys had a good little matchup there. Are the 2 St. Brown players related? I do not believe so. Nathan, do you think CMC goes in the first round next year? I do, but late first round. LeBron's brain says late first. Yeah, I agree. Adam Blank, fourth quarter, 109 to 116. I need to hold them this last Q and Deontay Johnson to ball out. Yeah, we'll keep an update. And I mean, if you're only down 7 right now, I think you have a really good shot. Even if you get closer to that 10, 11, 12-point range, I still think you have a good shot. Big Ben's last game, home game in Pittsburgh, right? I think he's going to air that thing out to Deontay Johnson. So definitely crossing my fingers for you, Adam. Packers number 1 seed, going to be a cold playoffs. I do think that they'll secure it. I do. As a Cowboys fan, I'm actually glad we lost. Someone has to expose this dog water offense play calling before playoffs. You know, I was surprised by the way that offense looked today. I was. Aaron Rodgers still out on the field for the Packers. 2nd and 5 for the Packers, and A-Rob takes a timeout. Let me know, guys, in the chat, who do you want to see in the playoffs out of the teams that can make it in versus the teams that can't make it in? Let me know what you guys think about the playoff picture. Let me know what you guys, if your team's in or not, if your team's out, all that good stuff. Who are you guys excited to watch in the playoffs? We're going to have, a lot of playoff talk and things like that. So a lot of postseason debate and all kinds of NFL updates and things like that. So excited to start to get your guys' perspective on, playoff football as a whole as well. Stober says the Raiders. Yeah. So the Dolphins were eliminated today. That was a big thing that happened after how good they looked too. Just a week ago, everyone was saying, "Hey, this Dolphins team is for real." And like I said, Tennessee is still. They're your number one seed right now, right? James Martin says the Chargers. I'd like to see the Chargers in too. I would. I know that defense is absolutely awful, but I think offensively, I'd like to see them make it, especially after Justin Herbert's performance last year and them not making it. I'd like to see them get in this year. I would. I think it would do a lot for him being a young quarterback and everything. So I like the Chargers and Colts getting in. We'll see what happens, though. Outside of that, we don't really have too many different scenarios. Herbert, yeah. We're basically let's see one thing I didn't pull up here. Let's take a look at if things ended today. Who would be facing who? All right, so if playoffs ended today, the Titans would have the first round bye. In the AFC, the Chargers would be the 7th seed. They would play the Chiefs. I would like to see that in the playoffs, man. We've seen it twice this year. We've had 2 different outcomes, so I'd like to see that in the playoffs. That'd be fun. Colts and Bengals, I think that would be a really good matchup. That Colts defense, that Colts run game versus the Bengals. I think that would be 2 very, very different teams, right? Heavy run team versus a heavy passing team. I'd like to see that matchup too. Then we'd have the Patriots and Bills. Obviously, they played twice this year, and we've seen 2 very different outcomes. So I'd like to see that one too. I think that'd be a perfect little playoff picture, even though, I do not feel like the Titans are the best team in the AFC, but because it makes these other matchups so much juicier, I kind of wouldn't mind if they got the first round bye. In the NFC, we'd have the Packers with the first round bye, and then we'd have Eagles at Rams, which I think the Rams are a much better football team, but the Eagles, like I said, I'd like to see them in the playoffs, and I think they could, pose a threat there as well. Niners and Bucks would be interesting. Once again, I think the Bucks are a much better team, but the Niners are definitely good enough to be in the playoffs, and they could definitely make that interesting as well, especially with the way the Bucks played against the Jets early in that game, right? Cardinals and Cowboys, which we just saw, which is a close game. So that would be, I think, a great start to the playoffs if it ended today. But obviously, this will probably get shaken up to some degree, right? All right, let's see. How are we feeling about the 17-game season? Keep or revert? Do you mean in terms of fantasy? Like a 17-game fantasy season, or in terms of, because in terms of real life football, we have 18 weeks. Keep or revert? Yeah, let me know if you mean through fantasy or real life football. James, Herbert, Eckler, and the boys. Yeah, I do want to see the Chargers get in, man. Jerry, it's not over yet, Spencer. I've gotten confident before it's bit me where the sun don't shine. Fair enough. Good little pickup on second down there. Can bring up third down for the Packers. Aaron Rodgers doesn't look too happy after that play. Packers just want to wind this thing down and go home. In general, we've got 18 games in the season. They're going to keep it. If anything, they're going to try and expand it to more games. But, personally, no, I don't like it. But in terms of how this season unraveled, and in terms of what we've got in week 17 and week 18, I think it did work out. And I mean, I think with the extra playoff team, with only one team getting the first round bye, I think it makes week 17 and 18 uh, a lot more interesting. Sorry, whatever 18. No, you're good. You're good. Sometimes I'm just thinking out loud to make sure I'm saying the right things. You're good, bro. But I think the extra playoff team helps. It helps the end of the season to be more competitive, and it makes things a little bit more interesting. But I do think, in turn, the longer season is bad for the players for sure. So it's two ways to look at it, and but at the end of the day, the NFL is just going to do whatever benefits them, makes them more money. So I think if anything, they're probably already thinking about expanding the season. However long that'll take, I'm not sure, but uh, in terms of, does it make the season more interesting, more competitive towards the end of the season? It does. It does. But do I like it for the players? No. I think 18 games is going to be a problem for fantasy too. More injuries and possible teams resting players, etc. Yep. I think so. In terms of more teams resting players, I do think that the extra wild card spot and the extra game, it makes things more competitive at the end of the year. So I think in that circumstance, it benefits fantasy to some degree because you have more starters playing in week 17 and week 18. But in terms of injuries, it's absolutely a problem. It does create more injuries, and it does affect the players from an injury standpoint. As A.J. Dillon waltzed into the end zone, and the Packers, assuming they make the extra point, will go up 37-10. And yeah, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive that because the Niners and Philly both won today, that Minnesota is eliminated if they lose tonight, which, if I was a bet man, I would bet that Minnesota is going to lose this football game. So uh, we'll see. We'll see. But I think I'm right on that. Like I said, if I'm wrong, go ahead and let me know. So let's look at this, right? If who are the teams we would have liked to see who didn't make it? Maybe Miami, maybe Cleveland. I mean, Cleveland really fell off. I mean, they had some hype early in the season. And then, I mean, you got Las Vegas, Pittsburgh, Baltimore out of those teams. Like I said, if Lamar Jackson is healthy and the Ravens get in, then I don't mind watching them. But I think they just had too many injuries this season. Really looking at the AFC, it's really like Cleveland, Baltimore, or Miami, maybe the Raiders or Pittsburgh. And, if they do get eliminated, in terms of teams that we would have liked to seen. But I don't think anyone else really comes close. The NFC, I mean, I wouldn't mind Washington, home native and everything, but they did not deserve to be in the playoffs. I thought Atlanta maybe could have made a push if they won today. But even looking at the NFC, I mean, maybe if Chicago could have got something going, or Seattle, or Carolina. I mean, remember Carolina at the beginning of the season? I mean, remember the Giants, 15th in the NFC? I mean, beginning of the season, the Giants and Carolina is 14th, had a lot of momentum. Sam Darnold led the league in rushing touchdowns. Danny Dimes was a fantasy starter like weeks 2 through 5. So, I don't think I would have wanted to see them in the playoffs, but they just completely fell off. Yeah, and I think if Minnesota's out tonight, that they're another team that they have had potential all season long. I mean, their offense is good. Their defense is not great, but um, I feel bad for Minnesota because they didn't necessarily get a fair shot tonight, with Kirk Cousins going down. So I wonder if Cousins will get some, backlash for that, but we'll see. We'll see, right? All right, so let's see. Let's see. James, the Seahawks, sure. You know who I think is hogging a spot? The Saints. No one wants to see them, not even Saints fans. And there's usually a team that sneaks on in there, you know, every single year that we don't expect. And it might be the Saints with Taysom Hill. Russell just fell off the cliff. Yeah, he sure did. He looked good today, though, if you started him. I hope the Colts make it. I just want to see JT in the playoffs. I think the Colts will make it. I mean, they play the Jaguars next week, so I think they're actually in a pretty good position to get in. I think the Colts will be just fine. And yeah, I want to see Jonathan Taylor in the playoffs. I want to see the Colts in the playoffs as well. I think that defense is legit. I think that they are a playoff worthy team, especially when we're looking who's, outside looking in. I think they're far better than Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Las Vegas as well. So I want to see the Colts in there too, man, for sure. All right, let's get Madden pulled up here. Go ahead and mess around a little bit for the night. All right. Oh, we've got a new quarterback in for the Vikes. So yeah, I guess the Viking season is going to be over. Kind of unfortunate, but after Packers lost to them, you got to know Aaron Rodgers and company is happy right now. Another team to look at is the Titans. They should get Henry back. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of quietly. They've been stacking up wins. I mean, they're the number one seed as of now. That next week's going to be really big for them. Their defense played very well today against a young, hot Dolphins team. So, yeah, I think that the Titans could be sneaky too, especially if they get that first round bye, and then they get King Henry back too. I don't necessarily disagree, man. All right, 3rd and 5 for the Vikings. A dropped interception. Wow. Right through the hands. Not that it's going to matter, but yeah, I don't think you're wrong. I mean, the Vikings could, not the Vikings, I'm sorry, the Titans, they can definitely be a threat. They've played some very good football games this year. Who do you guys see? Who do you guys see in the championship games? AFC and NFC, what are your early predictions? We won't go Super Bowl, but AFC and NFC championship, who do you guys see? I'll go Bucks, Packers. In terms of the AFC, I'll go Chiefs, Bills. I wish YouTube allowed the stream to stream the game and comment on it. Yeah, it is what it is, man. I mean, it's really not YouTube. It's really, the individual networks and the NFL who have the rights to everything. So, I mean, YouTube can't do anything but not allow it, but I get what you're saying too. And yeah, I mean, me just talking about the game's not nearly as entertaining, but there are plenty of successful YouTubers who commentate on entire games and get plenty of views. So I am thinking about doing that in the postseason. Just when I can, right? TX Ninja, what's good? What's up, bro? How'd the fantasy day go for you, man? If Taysom Hill carries Saints to Super Bowl, how long until the movie is made? Well, apparently some time, because if the Kurt Warner movie just came out, Apparently it takes some time, right? But yeah, I mean, that would be interesting. I mean, there's got to be an underdog team sprinkled in here somewhere, right? Right. Let's take Devin McCourty. The Chiefs Bengals game was a great game, man. Some really good football games today. I want to draft Hill with my first round pick next year. Yeah, I mean, a lot of boomer busts with Tyreek Hill, man. He at least in full PPR got you double digits today, though. But I get what you're saying, man. I do. James Martin, NFC, Green Bay, and Rams. I mean, I don't necessarily hate that call. I can see the Rams getting there. Jerry, consider him a boom or bust player. Yeah, it's just the logic is the ceiling's so incredibly high for the boom, but you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And he showed that over, week 16 and week 17, which is most everyone's fantasy championship, right? Or semi and championship. All right, Aaron Rodgers out of the game. AJ Dillon's out of the game. Everyone's out of the game for the Packers. Everyone's out for the Packers. I went up against Burrow and Chase. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not much you could do, right? It was a tough week, man. I mean, I thought there was a lot of calls we got right this week, and then there's just a few that we did not get, And we probably should have just said after last week, you need to start every Bengals player going into this game script. TX, nope. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear it, my dude. I really am. I really, truly am. Oh, God, we have no offensive line. Okay, we'll see what happens. Okay, I mean, we actually need to take a tackle, so that works. Okay, let's take a corner. Because we got Matthew and McCourty. Our linebackers are pretty weak. Ooh. But we got a lot of D linemen. That's kind of what hurt us. We got an extra D lineman, not a linebacker. Can I play Buda Baker? Yeah, I could, but we need a corner. We want 3 corners. Any ideas on top 12 draft picks next fantasy season? JT number 1. I'll go. So I mean, it's not too incredibly difficult to speculate on because you're probably going to have. Yeah, I mean, let's say it's a 12-man league, right? So let's go top 12. Okay, you're probably going to have 8 to 9 running backs, 1 tight end, and well, let's say 9 running backs, 1 tight end. No, let's say 8 running backs. Sorry, I'm kind of thinking out loud here. So 8 running backs, a tight end, and 3 receivers. So you're going to have. Hold on, let me check one thing. Okay, so Jonathan Taylor, obviously going to be, I think, number 1, right? Then Derrick Henry's probably in there. Austin Eckler's in there. Najee Harris is in there. So you got 4. You're probably going to get Dalvin Cook in there. So 5. Probably going to get CMC. So 6. Nick Chubb would make 7. Joe Mixon, who I forgot, would make 8. Those are probably your top 8 guys from the running back position next year. And there's still a couple outlier guys like Zeke, DeAndre Swift, Aaron Jones. You got young guys like Eli Mitchell. You got Cordero Pounder, Rashad Penny, Barkley. Yeah, those guys probably won't go that high. David Montgomery. But overall, I think those. Oh, and you got Kamara too. I mean, so it's there are other guys that could definitely be considered in there. And then in terms of the receiver position, you'll probably get Kupp, Adams, and then it gets kind of murky, right? I mean, you could argue a couple different guys for that third spot, but definitely Kupp and Adams. And then I would say somewhere between Jefferson, Hill, Chase, and Debo. And then you get Travis Kelce in there. So that was more like a rough 12, maybe 15. But it kind of depends on your personal league and what rankings, what site you guys do it through and everything. But yeah. If I could win, all right, I could win if Deontay Johnson gets me 101 points. You never know, man. You never know. Your team has been dominant this past few weeks, John. Yeah. They have shown up, but they too little, too late, right? They looked really good today. I can't believe the Poop Bowl championship was more exciting than the actual championship game. Yeah, we had a good matchup today, man. Take extension that's rough. I played T. Higgins in a ship game. Yeah, and it's just so hard to sit T. Higgins after last week, right? We should have tooted the horn for all the Bengals, though. We knew the game script. We knew the possibilities. James Martin, Nick Chubb, maybe Swift, Justin Jefferson, yeah. And then Bronze Brain Williams if Gordon leaves. I think Williams will be outside the top 12. I think he'll kind of be in that outlier. I mean, I think he'll be a steal next year, especially if Gordon is not re-signed. I think he'll be a steal where you can draft him. I won't be surprised if he falls like where you could draft James Robinson and James Robinson and Josh Jacobs and David Montgomery this past year. And that makes me think about Josh Jacobs too. He won't be in the top 12 though. I mean, not Josh Jacobs, but James Robinson. I could see his draft stock going up a little bit higher. But in August, we will have a mock draft upload every morning, and we will have a live mock draft stream every night, probably with multiple mock drafts. So August is going to be a fun time. I know it's fun to speculate early, but and we'll have plenty of content coming June and July for next year. But truthfully, I don't want to speculate too entirely early. We might put together some content just for the sake of conversation, but I don't want to speculate on the channel too entirely early. That was a crazy play this guy just had in Madden, by the way. But I'm super stoked. I mean, if your fantasy season ends today, whether you won the championship or not, I am so incredibly stoked for this next fantasy season. It's not even funny. I don't know what I mean. We're gonna have plenty of content. Wow, he played me big time on that play. We're gonna have plenty of content coming day in and day out for you guys over the next couple of months. Whether it's NFL debate, whether it's postseason predictions and talkabouts and watch parties, whether it's Steven digging into college football and what to expect out of the draft. That's something he's really excited to get going with you guys. Whether it's DraftKings, whatever it is, man, we're gonna have plenty. Oh my gosh, this guy is making some crazy plays. Plenty of content coming your guys' way. So I'm super stoked. Plenty of Madden content as well. So the Catch fam is not going anywhere. Dude, this guy is making some cheesy plays out here. Holy cow. You should have a few mock drafts with fans. Yeah, we could probably put that together. Especially through Sleeper. We could put that together. Dude, this guy he's doing the whole I'm going to switch to the receiver position thing. Get out of here. Yeah, we can put that together, Jerry. Oh my gosh. Are you really an onside kicker? That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. Okay, good. It went out of bounds. That was kind of scary. Hey, while we're here, whoever's in here, what type of content would you guys like to see post fantasy? Because for this coming week, we're doing our regular schedule because we got enough feedback that we do have enough of you guys who do play through week 18. So yeah, we're doing our regular content this week, content schedule, and then my wife and I have a baby coming. Truthfully, anytime between now and January 22nd. So I will be active within the channel, but I won't be nearly as active. And I believe as long as Steve and I can, we'll be doing a Tuesday and Wednesday night stream together, really just doing NFL debate, talking about the postseason, things like that. And then I'll stream when I can during postseason games. Steven will potentially hop on some of those as well. I'll have times when I stream Madden, just hang out with you guys, talk about the NFL season, postseason, all that stuff. So we definitely have things in place, and I'll be doing some different uploads. I've got some things planned. So some of that stuff I'm going to keep under wraps and just kind of wait for you guys to see it. But I do have a lot of plans in terms of uploads and things that I'll work on as well. Obviously, we have the Discord page as well, so you guys can stay connected. So we have a great community that we formed over the past couple of months. I mean, we gained 91 subscribers the last 7 days. Like, you guys have just been incredible. You guys, those of you who, whether you've been here since August or you've been here since yesterday, I mean, it's been phenomenal how quickly this channel has grown, how quickly this community has grown. So we've got plenty of things in the works. I mean, truthfully, if I'm being 100% honest with you guys, we didn't expect this to go as fast as it did, right? I mean, that just us being kind of humble and being, I guess, so new to YouTube and everything. We thought we might come out of this season with 100 subscribers, you know, and now we're on pace to have um, over 150,000 views in our first year. We're on pace to have over 1,000 subscribers. It's crazy. As of yesterday, we made 1 million impressions since our channel started, which, you know, like, you know, obviously we've only had about we're almost to 90,000 views. So if we made 1 million impressions, obviously not everyone's watching the videos or clicking on them, but still the fact that we've been recommended to 1 million people is crazy. I mean, we never thought, I thought we might hit 1,000 in like 5 years, you know? So the fact that we've already made it this far, I just can truly not express how thankful I am. But and the same goes for Steven too. And getting back to the point, the point being is, I really don't want this guy to score 2 points. Oh my gosh, I missed the tackle. I missed the tackle. The point being is we truly haven't had time to like sit down and really think long term or make a plan because things just started happening like the snap of a finger. And I mean, that's great. It's been phenomenal, and I thank you guys for that. But we haven't had the time to sit back and just like reflect and think about what's coming for the channel and all of that. So we have like both Steve and I, so many ideas and so many different places. And truthfully, we'll probably need just a little bit of downtime to kind of reflect. And, I'm going to need downtime as well. But that's because I've got, as much as I love this community, as much as uh, building a successful YouTube community is my dream long term. Uh, my bigger dream, the best thing that's ever going to happen to me is happening this month with my wife and I having our first child. So uh, I will need time for that, right? Which I don't think any of you guys are going to blame me for, but uh, we just have so many. We're going to. I think Steve and I both have the type of creative mind that goes in a lot of different directions and a lot of ambition, and we just haven't had time to really sit down and put everything into a concrete format. Outside of we've discussed how we want to format the next fantasy season, right? But we got a lot of downtime in between in terms of no fantasy, right? And I think we both have a lot of different ideas to keep you guys engaged and to keep the community evolving. And and just incredibly excited for what the future holds for this channel, for this community, and what the year 2022 is going to bring. And I truly appreciate you guys. So you know, any suggestions, anything you guys want to see, we'd love to get your guys' feedback. And truthfully, I mean, when I say that we wouldn't be here without you guys, I mean that's the truth, right? That's the truth because you guys formed this community. I mean, there were nights where I was streaming for 2 hours just talking to myself. uh, if you guys are really bored, go back and watch uh, my first live mock draft when I was at the beach streaming. And oh my gosh, I was so nervous. And now I do it every night, like the flip of a switch, right? But oh my gosh, I was so nervous the first time I did a live mock draft. And when I don't know how many of you guys were here for when I live streamed mine and Steven's personal league, our actual draft. And the site I was drafting off crashed while I was doing like my third or fourth live stream ever. Oh my God, was that a mess? Was that a mess? So we've had a ton. I know we've learned a lot. We've had a ton of really fun times on the channel. But overall, man, just the fact that I can hop on now and there's three or four of you in here in the first 5 minutes. The fact that like Sunday morning and Saturday night, I can answer fantasy questions for the entire live stream, as well as Tuesday and Wednesday nights have been super successful for us. And when Steven's on here with me, the energy that you guys bring and the amount of questions that you guys bring for us is phenomenal. And I just truthfully, I've been kind of mesmerized. I'm kind of right now reflecting on what this season was with you guys, and I'm so thankful to be a part of your guys' fantasy season. I know Steven has been too. And I mean, Steven, you know, kudos to Steven. Okay. Steven had a lot going on behind the scenes in terms of his work life this past year, and his work life in general is very, very grueling. And when, kudos to Steven for all of that, but also, I got into YouTube about 6 or 7 months before uh, starting this channel, and my first channel failed massively, which is okay. Which is okay. Like if you want to start a successful YouTube channel, probably the first step is failing in general, right? So kudos to Steven for kind of uh the original plan was I was going to keep working on that channel and work on this channel. But it got to a point pretty early on where I said, I am just going to trash my other channel. I do not care about it at all. And kudos to Steven for having the idea of wanting to do NFL related podcast with me, because look what it turned into for all of us, right? So, for any of you guys who want to thank me for this channel and everything it is, Steven is a huge part of why we're here as well. So, just a lot to reflect on. And as the season ends for most of you guys today, and this guy quits on us in Madden, like I said, just truly, truly thankful for you guys, and any type of feedback in terms of what you guys want to see in the off season, in the post fantasy season is appreciated, because like I said, Steve and I have, we have so many ideas and our minds go in so many different directions. And there is a lot of thought and care that gets put into the weekly work we do for this channel. And all I ever want to do is improve the content for you guys and your guys' experience as a community. So the more that we continue to do that, the happier I'll be, right? So let me know what you guys think you'd like to see post fantasy. And once again, just truly so thankful for all you guys. James Martin, actually, I need a sip of water after that. Jerry, I'm excited for next season, as am I. James Martin, I played the players you answered with when I asked you who to start. Looks like I'm going to win the ship, so appreciate it. Let's go, Jerry. I'm sorry, James. Reading the next comment too fast. Let's go, James. So happy to hear that, bro. Jerry, you should post some videos, start a Madden series. Yes, that will be in the works. Madden series will be in the works for sure. The Bronze Brain podcast, maybe. Yeah. So originally, the idea for this channel, which if any of you guys are interested, scroll all the way back down. Originally, it was called The Catch Podcast, where we did, up-to-date NFL news, NFL debate, and most importantly, fantasy football advice. And that's actually how I opened each podcast. So originally, this started as a podcast, but I started to look at trends and try to find ways for us to progress, because when we first started the podcast, outside of Steven and myself and my wife and Steven's mom, we may have been getting one or two viewers, per each podcast. So I always going to look at things that can improve the channel. And the big first step that we took was doing mock drafts, is really how we started to get things going. And then after that, the next big step that we took was doing live streams. So we will get back. Now that we have a community, we definitely want to do some more podcast style content, but we want to live stream it, and we want it to be interactive with you guys too, if that makes sense. So podcast style content is on the way as well. Jerry, remember when you guys weren't planning on having a fan fantasy league? Yeah. Jerry, you're going to win the Catch family. Kudos to you. Kudos to Spencer for getting second place. Kudos to you for winning it, man. I'm going to wait till Steven and I do our next stream together to announce the prizes, but we'll get that worked out as well. James Martin, it's a grind, bro. You all are super consistent and it pays off. Hey, I appreciate that shout out, bro. Yeah, and that's a big part of it, is just being consistent for any of you guys who are ever interested in creating content. Hopefully, if you guys ever want advice, I'm happy to give it to you. But two biggest piece of advice are just start, always improve on your last video, and then so really three pieces, and then third, just stay consistent. Start, no matter how bad it turns out, improve on it every single time you create content, and third, just stay consistent. I appreciate that, James. HCA beats, yo, let's go. I got the championship W. Let's go. So happy for you guys who won your ships today, bro. Andrea, thanks for everything. I came in second place. Shout out to you, Andrea. Like I said earlier on the stream, guys, second place this year is an accomplishment. It might not feel like it right now, but second or third place this year is very difficult to navigate. Andrea, you had a great fantasy season. I appreciate being able to be a part of your fantasy season. So kudos to you. Congrats on second place. Still a good placing. Missouri down 28 points with Chubb and Deontay Johnson left, going to be very close. I think that's actually a pretty decent position to be in. Adam, okay, I need Deontay Johnson to get 13 points. Yeah, I think that can definitely happen. Sure, maybe similar to Missouri, be close, but phew. I think it can happen, man. I'm crossing my fingers for you. Maybe I'll do a stream tomorrow during the game so we can kind of watch for you guys. AJ Beats, thank you, man. You're a big reason I won some weeks this year. Best fantasy channel. Hey, I appreciate that. Appreciate that so much, man. I mean, truthfully, just hearing that I helped you guys get to the fantasy playoffs, win in week 17, win in week 16, get to week 18 if that's how your league rolls, right? That just truthfully makes me incredibly happy. So I stopped caring about my season a long time ago, and just truly happy to hear you guys having success in your personal fantasy leagues as well. Oh, can I get a sack? No, a weird catch. Okay. Ronald, hey. What's up, Ronald? How'd it go today? We already talked a little bit on Discord. What's up, Ronald? Chase won my first championship today. Let's freaking go, baby. Let's freaking go. Ooh, bad plays in Madden. You guys running mock drafts in the offseason? Oh, you already know. Yeah, so the plan in August is we will have a mock draft upload every day and then a mock draft stream every night as well between Steven and myself. So we will have August is going to be wild. We will have a ton of content in August. And like I said, I mean, we don't want to speculate on next year's season too early. We'll have enough, live streams and talk, and questions will come up, and we'll be doing enough NFL debate and updates and all that stuff and off-season talk that when it naturally comes up, it's going to come up. And in July and things like that, we'll do rankings and different things. But I don't want to speculate too early, but absolutely we will have a ton of content in the summer for you, Chase, and especially in August. I just think if you start to mock draft too early, I mean, maybe in July, if it's beneficial to you guys, we'll do some, but August is going to be our big month, man. And then we're going to go into the fantasy season super strong as well. Ronald, do some streams where we can jump in on the video too. That is always fun. James, that might be cool to take phone calls and chop it up. Yeah, those are both things we could consider as well. Yeah. Now I just need Najee to get 25 or less tomorrow, and I'll go back to back. The other team I lost 58 to 152, almost lost by 100, but you still got second place, right, bro? Let's see. Jerry, I'm so behind on the stream, but I really like what you're talking about. I don't want to skip it. You're being all sappy. Do you consider these streams or podcasts? I would say just streams. Yeah, I would say just streams. I don't think we've really. So if you guys have noticed at the beginning of the fantasy Q&A with Steven and I lately, we've kind of done like podcast style where him and I are just talking about different topics just to get the ball rolling and all of that. And, to give you guys a couple minutes to get in to the stream, into the live chat. But I will consider them just streams right now. Oh, I thought we were going to pick that. Tucker City, my man, AB and Kittle let me down. Yeah, I knew those are two guys today that I knew were going to end up burning some of you guys, my dude. I'm definitely sorry to hear that, man. How'd the overall score look for you, my dude? Oh, shoot. I messed up that play big time. Dried Ocean, I won 2/3 of my leagues, both by less than 2 points. Hey, man, a dub's a dub, man. Who cares? Win's a win, man. That's all that matters. Oh, another pick. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Oh, the third league I got smoked. Hey, 2 out of 3 is great, man. If you're doing mock drafts in the off season, how can we get in on doing them? I will figure out some sort of method. If I'm not mistaken, it's pretty easy through Discord, or not Discord, but it's pretty easy through Sleeper, where I can just like invite you guys. And ooh, he just picked me off after I danced on him. So he never danced too early. So I'll have to take a look into it. We'll have better information and all of that for you guys, and we'll get it all sorted out, my dude. So it should be pretty easy to where I can just like post a link, and then whoever joins, and it'll be kind of like a first come, first serve thing. Jerry John, can I get mod in my new Discord account? Yes. I'll have to set that up. My bad. I didn't even think about that when you had to come in on a new account. Did you ever figure out what happened to your other account? We'll figure it out though for you. Jerry, I wasn't able to add my email to my last one, and that prevented me from buying the membership. Interesting. Okay, I'll take a look at it after the stream for sure. And I appreciate you, wanting to set up that membership and everything so you can clip streams. I really do appreciate that, Jerry. Hybrid Harry, what's good, bro, guys? Hybrid Harry does some Warzone streaming. He's a great streamer. Found him through 2 of my other favorite Warzone streamers right now, including Devin B, who's local to my area. So shout out to Devin B, making great Warzone content. Go check him out. And shout out to Hybrid Harry. He does a good Warzone channel, some good Warzone streams on there. So go drop him a like, go drop him a sub if you guys are into Warzone. He does some really fun content as well. So thanks, Hybrid Harry. Appreciate you coming by, man. Jerry, if you allow phone calls, I'm going to prank call you. Yeah. See, like, I know there are channels out there that do that. And every time I look at it, I'm like, I feel like this could go south very quickly. Right. So I haven't exactly thought on how that could be implemented. But I'll look into it for sure. Ronald, yep. Second place in that one. Second place ain't bad, bro. Second place ain't bad. Especially, I mean, if you just had a down week, you had a down week. I mean, if you almost lost by 100, I would take second place, bro. Let's see here. John, what's up? What's going on, man? I need Najee to score less than 20 points. Do you think I win? Ooh. It's going to be close, man. You definitely got a shot. But it's going to be close. I think he's going to have a decent week, man. Jerry, is Ivana fuck there? Please don't prank call me, Jerry. I need less than 25 for Najee. So I like yours better. Fair enough, Ronald. Fair enough. Dried Ocean Sleeper is very easy to do mocks. Yes. Oh, Dried Ocean. I think I missed your. Oh, you have a Discord. I'm about to join. Yeah, Discord links in the description down below. Completely free to join. I just realized we're up 21-0. Holy cow. You just got to send the link and we join. That's what I thought. Dried Ocean. So, yeah, maybe just for fun, we'll do a couple of those throughout the off season, right? I mean, and then we can do plenty in August as well. And Steve and I will be running, a couple. We haven't really sat down, like I said, and figured out all the logistics, but we'll have more than one league. But I think realistically, like, we'll only be able to manage, I think, Steven 1 to 2, because he already manages our personal league, commissions it, right? And then I think I'll only be able to handle like 3 12-man leagues. You just never know, man. I just don't want it to get to where I'm mismanaging anything. So we'll have to sit down and think about it. But we'll have a couple leagues for you guys to play in. And those of you who played in the Catch Fam League this year, which we drafted mid-season, you'll just be grandfathered in if you want to. I mean, no one has to replay if they don't want to. So anyone who wants to continue to play in that league will just be grandfathered in. And Steve and I would love to have you guys back. You guys were a blast this year, and we had a lot of fun doing that midseason draft. Steve and I, as long as we've played fantasy, we've never done a midseason draft before. So truthfully, that was super fun overall. Does the program you mock draft with rank the drafts after? So Ronald, in this past off season, I did mock drafts on ESPN. I did them on Yahoo. I did them on Sleeper. I did them on the NFL website. So I did them on several different platforms. Some of them do, some of them don't. Yahoo definitely does. If you have a Yahoo account, they email you the mock draft right away. And I held a pretty good score overall. I remember I had, oh my gosh, he ran the same exact play. I remember I had one guy early on comment on every Yahoo, it wasn't every, but like almost all the Yahoo mock drafts we did, and ask what my grade was. And it just would have been like so much work to dig through each specific email that I just, this was like when we had like 12 subscribers or something. I just never responded. I was like, I don't know what this guy wants me to do for him. But shout out to that guy. I don't remember his username, and I don't think he ever subscribed. So I'm sorry that I didn't do that for you, bro. But yeah, Yahoo definitely does. Who do you usually mock draft through, Ronald? Jerry, I think a podcast would be a cool idea. You and Steven is talking about stuff. I'd recommend recording these, but the fan questions would be very outdated. Yeah, so one thing we'd have to think about is like recording it and putting it on different platforms as well. But we've got like I said, a lot to think about and a lot to sit down and kind of logistically plan out. Obviously, as most of you guys know, I mean, different social media accounts. I mean, we have so much to get into, man. I mean, you guys have helped us grow so tremendously this season. It's been unbelievable, man. Truthfully has, and I just appreciate you guys, man. I really do. So let's see here. Alex, I'm down 99-97. Got Chubb and Deontay Johnson playing. He has Harris. Do you think I win? I actually do. So you're only down by 2 points. I mean, it's almost exactly a tie game. And then he's got Harris, but you got Chubb and Deontay. So I think you pull that off, Alex. I really do. And I think Chubb will have a better day than Najee. Hybrid Harry, thank you. You're very welcome, my guy. Hey, we appreciate you, bro. Like I said, if you guys are in the Warzone, go drop Harry a sub. Go drop him some likes, man. He does some really fun streams, makes some good content. And Devin B as well, who I found Harry through. I actually started watching Arbuckle, which you can just search the one-handed Warzone streamer. And then I found he streams with Devin. Devin's a lot smaller. Found out that they're local to my area. And then I found Harry through Devin's stream. So, I mean, all great guys, all do great Warzone content. If you guys are into Warzone, they're worth checking out for sure. Ronald, will they put you in a waiting room so you can see what they're doing before you go on? Yeah. AB, AJ Brown, Rojo, Swift, and Javonte. I rolled out all five of the league's bigger disappointments. Yeah, that makes sense. And I would have told you to start all of those guys. And I think most people would have, right? Jerry, how does Discord work? Are you making the Catch Fam gifts? I don't know what they're called. I don't think so. Uh-oh, I see you just sent something. Yeah, so when I first made the Discord, I tried to upload a ton of the GIFs and the different emojis, and then some of them it wouldn't let me upload because the file sizes were too large, so I just kind of didn't. It's kind of stopped. So I wouldn't mind being a co-commissioner for some of the leagues. Yeah, we can think about having co-commissioners as well. Can focus on accepting trades and small stuff like that. Yeah, we can think about it for sure, bro. For sure. Killer PvP. Bro, I won thanks to starting Chase. You're a legend. Let's go. I'm glad I got that one right, bro. Congrats, my dude. Ronald, I only use Yahoo for everything. I do personally think Yahoo is the best fantasy platform. I like Sleeper a lot, but I think overall I've always liked Yahoo the best. It's just so simplistic, and it always seems to have great like updates and projections and like the player trends and things like that. And I just like Yahoo a lot, but I've I've played on just about every platform, I feel like. Maybe not every platform, but all the main ones. I mean, ESPN, Yahoo, NFL, Sleeper, and I feel like I'm forgetting one. But yeah. Alex, thank you, brother. Absolutely, bro. Per hand emojis your way. Come join the Najee Do Bad Club. Alex, hope you're right. Jerry, Steven's handstand clip could be a hit on any social media. That clip was amazing. Yeah, that clip was amazing. That clip was great. Andrea, I use Yahoo and NFL for fantasy. Yeah, I mean, that's actually what I use. And then Sleeper as well. I've got a league NFL, a league with Sleeper, a league with Yahoo. Then actually, um, if you got some of you guys might remember this, we did Steve and I did ESPN league where we drafted a team together. Then the idea was that our subscribers would control the team, and then we just didn't have enough of a community at the time that no one ever commented on those videos. We like kept it up for 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks, and then we were like, let's just X this. Like it's not doing anything for us. So we stopped paying attention to that team, and we gave everyone in that league a ton of free wins, basically. But if that sounds like something you guys would be interested in, where like Steven and I draft a team live, and you guys are in the live chat and giving suggestions, and then you guys control the team over the year, I would be interested in trying that again now that we actually have a community. Alex Cook got 4 points and he had Cook. Yeah, it was a good night to have Cook against you. That's for sure. Well, now you have to add Cook to the top of the list. Yeah. Yeah, he was a burner this week for sure. And I had him against me, and I made some bad start. Well, I got burnt by Williams and AB, and I started Moreau over Dalton Schultz. I made one bad start. I got burnt by 2 players, and I got burnt by Greg the Leg. And I was going to start the Eagles defense no matter what. And I looked at who was available. Their 6 points actually wasn't that bad. So I can't beat myself up too much, you know. But I lost my toilet bowl in my primary league, in case you guys are wondering. So no one really knows how Discord works. It has a lot of layers. Yeah, it does. That's true. True statement. Will, I got destroyed. LMAO lost the championship by 50. Bro, I'm devastated to hear that, my dude. Truly, truly devastated to hear that. Oh, look at this. Good little play there. Yeah. Tucker City, thank you. Skip my question, boss, at 8:41. Appreciate the feedback. Let me find it, bro. Let me find it. I got my man AB and Kittle let me down. That's the only one that's coming up for me, Toker. So let me know. Let me just go ahead and ask your question again, and I'll get back to you. My bad, bro. Jerry, I can look into Discord too. I think the gift sizes aren't an issue with membership. I'll have to double check. Word. Check it out, bro. Let me know. Ronald, I still have to call it attempting a handstand. Yeah. Better than I could have done. We'll give Steven credit for that. Better than I could have done. Whoa, Cook was wide open. Holy cow. Andrea Knight. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Andrea. Have a good night. And congrats on second place. Ronald, it's so much better to lose by 50 or 100 than to lose by 2. Yeah, I agree. Simon President, hey, catch him. I have Chubb left for tomorrow. I need 12 points to win. I think you got it. I think you got it, Simon. I don't think that's a bad spot to be in. I think that's actually that's very, very doable. Ronald, why not ask it again? Yeah, If I ever miss your question, I mean, feel free to ask it again if I miss it. Difference between like spamming the chat and me just being a turd and missing your question. So if that ever happens, feel free to ask it again, guys. But either way, no big deal. Ronald, like I am just like, oh well, couldn't have done anything about that. I was actually projected to win. Yeah. Big difference between staring at your bench and seeing a player who had 50 points as opposed to looking at your bench and just having people with no points. So Adam Blank, good night. Thanks for the help during the season. I'll update y'all tomorrow. Yeah, please do, man. Crossing our fingers for you. And I mean, thanks for being a part of the channel this season, man. Ronald, like when you say you missed my question, just retype it right there. Fair enough, yeah. Sign for president. I started Stafford over Burrow. Oh, goodness. I probably told you that Stafford was a safer floor, didn't I? We should have just said, if you own Bengals players, you start them this week going into this game script. I feel like that's on me, man. Sydney, I was up 32. My opponent has Najee. I'm up 32. My opponent has Najee and Pittsburgh's kicker. I think you've got a pretty good shot then. That's actually not too bad of a position to be in. I think you got a shot for sure. I started Ronald Jones over Penny. Oh man. I mean, I feel like everyone started Ronald Jones today. He played the Jets. And yeah, he got hurt. I mean, you can't beat yourself up for it, but you're still not in a bad position at all, Sinia. It's a tough week. 14% of owners benched Chase. Jerry, is it too early to celebrate the championship? I'm trying to stop myself from getting too excited. No, I don't think so. I think you got it. I think you got it locked up, bro. But no one Spence here. He'll come back and bite you. It's too early if you haven't won yet. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's the truth. That's how fantasy goes, man. That's the truth. I started Huntley over Wilson. Yikes. But you started Chase. There we go. There we go. But yeah, I mean, the fact that you're still up 32 and you only got Najee and Pittsburgh against you, it's not bad. Chase dropped 50. Yeah. You'd Steven actually said it wouldn't be a bad idea to start Burrow over Stafford. I just went with Stafford because of matchup. Okay, that makes me feel better. But I'm still feel bad regardless. But hey, you're not in a bad position, man. Toker City, I'm up 84 to 82. The other guy has Landry and Boswell left. So as long as they don't go off, I still have a chance next week. I'm projected to lose by 13, but projections are always wrong. They are always wrong. That is true. Ooh, good play here. So up 84 to 82. The other guy has Landry and Boswell left. See, as long as okay, see, it's a 2 week. So that's not a bad position to be in. Yeah, I don't think Landry's going to have a crazy night. You know, Boswell could have a decent night at the kicker position, but projected to lose by 13. Yeah, you're right. Projections are always wrong. Start Burrow over Hurts. At this point, yeah. At this point, you're not going to hear me say bench or set Burrow over anyone. Yeah, the way Hurts played this past week too. I mean, yes, start Burrow over Hurts. Jerry, you don't know who's left. It ain't over till it's over. But I think you're in a good position, Jerry. Ronald, someone made fun for me for suggesting Wilson over Huntley like 5 minutes before the games. Yeah, I liked Wilson a lot today. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of circumstances where if Wilson was in the picture, I told you guys to roll with him. I started him in my toilet bowl league. And I could have started Huntley. There's a point where I could have picked up Lance. And there are other streamers involved too. But I just had a feeling that Russ was going to have a good day. He was due for one, right? Najee's about to go off for 40 tomorrow. Uh-oh. Ronald ain't going to like that. I thought we were going to make that thing. Should I go for this? No, I'll take the points. That's true. Would you like to join the Najee Do Bad Club? I was projected to win the game. I lost by 100. Yeah, that's true. You never know. Jerry, did Burrow hurt his knee? That's a good question. He seemed to be okay in the press conference, so we'll find out. But that is a fair question. I'd like to join the Najee Do Bad Club. Ooh. Oh my gosh, he just returned a kickoff on us. I actually thought we might cause a fumble there. Oh yeah, he did get hurt then. Do we have an update on Joe Burrow? I'm gonna look it up. Joe Burrow. Hold on. I only typed in Joe Burrow. I got to type in injury. Ooh, can I return this? Frank Clark? Are we fast enough? No. Bengals downplayed Joe Burrow's leg injury after winning. Here's the latest Joe Burrow injury news. He just got his knee twisted up, is all they're saying. That's it. He was able to jog. Ronald, I have 117 to 59. Spencer is Najee and Claypool. I didn't know he had Claypool. Burrow is smoking a cigar and jumping around the locker room at the game. He's fine. Yeah, I did see that he was smoking a cigar as well. Cigars are pretty nasty. I don't think I've ever smoked a cigar. Ooh, I did not mean to throw that, but luckily I got hit. I love a good cigar. Oh, I feel like I'm awful with this playbook. I've been running like 2 plays. Wait, what? There we go. Ooh, good play. I'm going to take a timeout here. We gotta get in a different formation. When I lived in Italy, I used to smoke Cubans all the time. They were like $3 there. No kidding. I just realized that my opponent's name is Fight Club Alum. This Madden isn't as good as last year's Madden. I don't necessarily disagree with that. What was that throw? Oh, no. Oh, Lamar, we had him wide open. I'm going to run the same exact play. You knew it was coming, my dude. Let's take a timeout. I got to call a different play. There we go. I don't know this playbook at all. You know what else is funny? The wine they sell for $30, imported good wine. You live there's $3 a bottle in the supermarket. Stuff is Budweiser $7. No kidding. Ooh, big hit. We fumbled. The Chiefs are pretty OP. Absolutely. That I should have slid. I thought I could maybe get a couple extra yards out of that. Bad play. That was a bad play. Lived in Italy, Ronald. How was that? Let's get into travel discussions. I'm like the most boring person to talk to in terms of traveling. I never travel. I am a homebody. If I do travel, it's usually Disney World or like 3 hours north. The wine we drink is an expensive imported wine is like Sutter Home wine. Our barefoot is up to them. No kidding. I believe that. Aaron Reborn, what's up, bro? What's good, man? You got good news for me? What state is Disney World in? Florida. So yeah, if I fly, it's usually like an hour and a half flight. That's really all I can handle. All right, this game went south very quickly. You're just paying for import costs and 3 people making money off it. I believe it. How's Florida? Florida is not a state that I want to visit. Yeah, I think it's different going to Disney World Resort because we always go to resort as opposed to just visiting Florida in general. Disneyland is in Cali. Yes, it is. But yeah, we get off. Go to the get off at the Orlando airport, and then you basically get an Uber to the resort, and then you're at the resort the whole time. So I don't have much experience with Florida. My family and I went once when I was young, and we did like Disney World and Universal, and a little bit of everything. And we had like a Gatorland and things like that. But I was in like 4th grade or 5th grade or something. So my wife and I, before COVID, go to Disney World every year. So this was a bad idea. I was thinking I'd have enough time. Oh my gosh, what are you doing, Lamar? What was that? I pressed A to. Oh my gosh. Okay. I live about an hour from Disneyland. I'm de-dosing myself. Yeah, I was trying to throw that ball up and try and get an incomplete pass so I could kick the field goal, and Lamar just like stood there and did nothing. Oh man, this game went south quick after that fumble. It's really all it takes in Madden, man. Florida is really big and very different. Like Jacksonville, Tampa Bay, Miami are all super different places. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like I said, when I go there, I'm just at a Disney World resort. So I can tell you a lot about Disney World. I can plan a mean Disney World trip. It was actually the first video I ever made for YouTube was like a little, I don't even know what you call it, montage. Did that guy really just complete this pass? Holy cow. Holy cow. Montage of my wife and I's honeymoon at Disney. It's on my personal page, and I don't think it's private if I'm not mistaken. It's like my first video I ever put together and edited and everything. Jerry John, if I get you an I Love California shirt, would you wear it on stream? Maybe, yeah. Why not? But I don't want you to buy me a shirt, man. Do. You have better places you can spend your money, Jerry. What an awful game of Madden. Please get an interception. Thank you. Okay, we're right back in this thing, especially if we score. Oh, gosh. He's got some fast players coming my way. Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay, no score. All right, but we're back in this thing. Fighting against Fight Club alum. Yeah, let me know a place you guys have traveled in the past couple of years. Because I've been to Chicago too. I got a brother and sister in Chicago, so that's like the only other place I've ever flown. I've flown to Florida a couple of times and Chicago, which are both both an hour and a half flight. And then I live in Southern Virginia. We drive to Northern Virginia all the time. And that is where Steven lives. It's where we grew up too. Oh, goodness. Bad play. Gonna send you a bunch of Eagles baby clothes and you will think that's nice. We won't use those till you have nothing clean and have no time to do wash. And that is when I make your kid love the Eagles. That would be dope. That's funny, Ronald. You never been to California? I have not. I have not. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? You live in Southern Virginia and Steven lives in Northern Virginia. Is there a difference between the two? Yes. 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 There's a massive difference between the two. They are complete opposites. Both have pros and cons. But yes, there is a massive difference between the two. Or else I would not refer to it that way. Yeah. Jerry, you have to visit Disneyland. I would like to. Yes. I do want to go there one day. I've been to far more cities in Europe than the States. That's sick. I don't think I can ever fly to Europe. I'm not even joking. I don't think I can ever fly across seas. I don't think I will ever be able to be on a plane for like more than 3 hours. And that's being generous. Ronald, Southern is more hicky. It's not untrue. Let's hear the pros and cons from the two. Who? I don't know if I can break that down right now. Oh, come on, Lamar. Come on. Only flew once, then took trains everywhere. Ooh, trains. Now I could get down to some trains. I've been to New York. My wife and I took a bus though. And that was a pretty awful experience. I don't recommend taking a bus to New York. And it was like everyone on the bus it was a one, it was a tourist group. So we were all, we toured New York together, right? We all stayed at the same hotel and, different rooms and everything, but it was like a whole package thing, And I don't recommend that. I guess it depends on who's on your bus. We didn't have the best people. I'm up 32 against Chubb and Landry. What's up, Mo Wins? I think that's a pretty good spot to be in. But I am a little worried about Chubb, and then Landry can get a couple added points. So it's not the worst position to be in. I'd be far more worried if you were in like the low 20 range, but 32 provides some confidence level, right? How is that not a fumble? Come on. Nova is way more Democrat if you see it as a pro or con. Yes, that I don't know if necessarily a pro or con, but in terms of differences, yes. Generally speaking, Northern Virginia would be very, very blue, Southern Virginia would be very, very red, which is just generally speaking, no no politics, no opinions either direction. But yes, that is true. Oh gosh, come on, Lamar. Jerry, I don't mind flying, but the ocean terrifies me, so never catch me on a boat. Yeah, my wife hates, she's terrified to get on boats. But wins, let's hope the Browns game is low scoring considering they have nothing to play for. That's true. Steelers got something to play for, the Browns do not. Ron, I'm taking mini buses to New York. What's that been like for you, bro? Southern Virginia sounds like a good time. They're both good times. Like I said, there's a lot of good things about Northern Virginia. I love Northern Virginia. There's a lot of good things about Southern Virginia. I do have love for Southern Virginia as well. So I love Virginia State. I'll probably live Virginia my whole life, if I'm being honest. But yeah, there's pros and cons to it, just like there is anywhere, you know. Ronald, I am from Philly. Been to New York 1,000 times, but in college used to take the Chinatown bus, which is just a 2-hour bumpy ride in an old school bus for $12, 18 round trip. Holy cow. Bumpy ride in an old school bus. Yeah, the bus I was on at least wasn't bumpy and old school. It had like personal fans above you and well, not fans, just AC, and then TVs. A lot of annoying people. LeBron's brand, I won this ship. Let's freaking go, baby. Let's go. Love to hear it, bro. Love to hear it. We're gonna lose this game. What made you leave Nova? What made you leave Sova and move to Nova? You got it backwards. I grew up in Northern Virginia. I lived there for 22 years. No, that's not true. 20 years. Yeah, 20 years. And then I moved to Southern Virginia because my mom's side of the family is from Southern Virginia. And so I was actually living, you guys may have not known this, I was actually living with Steven at the time. And then I moved to my aunt's house and she helped me with going to community college here. So that's why I moved to Southern Virginia. And then I met my wife. And then we got engaged. And then we got married. And then we bought a house. And we both have good jobs here. So one thing leads to another. And I'll say one pro of Southern Virginia in comparison to Northern Virginia, it's about 1 million times cheaper to live here. So that would be a pro as opposed to Northern Virginia is very, very expensive to live in. So that's why I am in Southern Virginia now. And I wouldn't trade it for anything, man. And now we got a baby on the way, right? So it's things happen for a reason, right? But we still go to Northern Virginia very frequently and hang out with Steven. I have family there and I have friends there and things like that. So I'm using the terminology. I took a bus from LA to Vegas. Talk about a sketchy experience. It was an $8 round trip. No. Yeah, okay. I just had a lot of really annoying, pretentious people on my bus. I don't think it was sketchy. So I think maybe you and Ronald have had old school, bumpy, sketchy experiences. So I'm sorry to hear that. I guess in comparison, my experience was not that bad. Just a regular school bus, no seatbelts, nada. Holy cow. Okay, yeah, that does sound very bumpy. Jerry, it's about a 4 to 5 hour drive from LA to Vegas. Well, I'm taking Jamar Chase first round if I get later than 5th round overall pick. No one other than Taylor, Henry, Jefferson, Chubb, Eckler will be better. I think Jamar Chase will be lights out next year. So I'm not going to necessarily debate that. Yeah, I mean, we talked about earlier in the stream top 12 picks for next year. And yeah, I had Chase in there too. So I think he's gonna have a great year next year, man. Ronald, but really crazy starts in the Carolinas. I have been to the Carolinas. Yes. Okay, there are other places I've been, but probably not many more. I'm just talking about like, I guess, uh, travel over like maybe like 5 hours. Right. I've been to Pennsylvania, been to Philadelphia, I've been to Pittsburgh, I've been to South and North Carolina. I've gone to the beach, North Carolina, and stayed there several times. Now I'm really trying to think. Been to DC 100 billion times. That there's a pro of growing up in Novas. DC will not be cool to you at all because you'll go there for every field trip of your entire existence. But yeah, I like North Carolina. Bronze Brain, I won this ship with the same team that I was begging you for trade advice midseason because I had an 8 mid-range wide receiver because of a drunk trade. Don't know if you remember that. No, I 1000% remember that. I mean, I had forgotten about it in the meantime, but I 100% remember that now, which is incredibly awesome. Yes, I 100% remember that. Ronald, I remember that. Yeah, 100%. Jerry, yours sounds worse. Ronald, the driver didn't really check out tickets, even though it was assigned seating. We bought the tickets. He told us to sit wherever. That's a good start, right? I would have won the championship if I'd started Chase over AB and Michelle over Rojo. I stubbornly benched Jamar for AB an hour before tip off, and I really wanted to start Michelle as well. Gotta trust my instincts next year. Yeah, end of the day, like you guys have heard me say a million times, um, you just always got to go with that gut instinct. I mean, it's the most important thing at the end of the day. But well, you had a great season, man. Truthfully, if you guys got second place, if you got third place, it's still an accomplishment, man. It's really hard to win a championship. Really hard to win fantasy season in general. So if you guys made it this far, I mean, be proud of yourselves, man. Ronald, Middle PA is actually just like Virginia. That's true. Yeah, it's not false. And he was speeding. We got there sooner than expected, but at what cost? I have to sell my body if I ever plan on buying a house in California. Yeah, I don't even want to think about that. I don't want to think about. Yeah, you have to sell your soul, bro. I'm like 2.5 hours from DC and like 2 from New York, and we never went to DC. Did you go to New York? Yeah, my brother lives in Philly, and my sister-in-law. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think I named everywhere I've been. So yeah, okay, it's not that. Not I've been to Atlanta. I've been to the airport. Been to the airport on a Disney trip where for some reason we took 2 flights, which was incredibly painful. But yeah, had a layaway. Is that what you call it in Atlanta? So I've seen an airport in Atlanta. We'll add that too. I mean, I've been to DC, of course, but like it's not that fun. I love. I mean, if you like going to, like the Nationals games, which I don't know why that would make any sense for you living in Philadelphia, wanting to go to Nationals game, but Nationals games are a ton of fun. Um, the museums there are great. The monuments are great. But outside of that, the zoo's great too. There's a good zoo there. But outside of that, I don't necessarily disagree with you. Well, there are parts of DC that are fun, some that are boring, no in between. Yeah, and maybe some parts that are not boring or fun, but boring, not fun for bad reasons and not boring for bad reasons, right? But yeah, I do think that the main attractions that are supposed to be there, either fun or boring, no in between. I don't necessarily disagree with you. Alexandria is a great little place to go to right outside of DC too. Oh, I've been to Baltimore. Does that count? Yeah, Maryland. Yeah, okay. I've been to Baltimore. That counts, right? So there's one more. In 3 hours, I could be in Baltimore. I would just never do that. Okay, there we go. There we go. Uh, yeah, I went to a Bob Dylan concert in Baltimore, if I remember correctly. Yeah, with my parents. So that's the only reason I've been there. Man, I really want Travis Kelce, and I really want Devontae Adams, and I feel like Tyron Smith makes the most sense. We'll pick Adams. Why not? Um, gosh, this team is not very good. We only got 2 corners. Our D line's fine. Our linebackers are lacking. Let's take Von Miller. I have a cousin down there that I could stay with too, but why would I go to Baltimore? To watch the Ravens and the Eagles play, man. You know, dirty birds against one another. All right, let's see. Let's start another series. Why not? Why not? I am literally I am not tired at all. I will probably need to attempt decent sleep tonight, but I'll hang out for a little bit longer. All right, we need another conversation, another topic of conversation. What you guys got? We did travel, or you can keep travel going. That's fine too. All right, let's get this game rolling, man. They have the aquarium, but I live much, much closer to Camden. I don't know Camden, but yes, the Baltimore Aquarium is a good aquarium. I have been there. Been to Bob Dylan concert in the Baltimore. I've been to the Baltimore Aquarium now that I think about it. But I used to go there when I was young. Okay. Yeah, I've been there like twice. Isn't there a Hard Rocks Cafe? Or there was really close to it too? Ever notice aquariums tend to be in really bad cities? It's probably a true fact. uh yeah, we went to one at Emerald Isle this past year. This part of North Carolina we usually stay. Oh my goodness. Thank you, David and Joku. Something about being near ports or something. Yeah, I guess that helps. I guess water helps when you're planning out an aquarium. Water. Matt, St. Brown and Penny got me 70 combined. Baby, got my chip thanks to you. Let's go, Matt. Let's freaking go. Love to hear it, bro. I'm glad you started Amon Ross St. Brown because we did fade him at some points in comparison to other players. So I'm glad you started him. I'm glad you reaped the benefits. Congrats, bro. Happy to hear that, man. Camden is bad. Okay. I mean, they have really done a lot to clean up. It's a lot better, but it's bad still. Okay. Is that in Baltimore or Philly? I wasn't sure if it was in Philly because it's another aquarium or aquarium closer to Philly, or if it's just a part of Baltimore. This guy's username is Soupy Gem. Okay, we got Miller on the edge. I like to be able to stand him up. Good tackle, baby. New Jersey. Okay, okay. But you can take a ferry from Philly to that part of Jersey. Okay, I got you. All right, who does this guy even have on his team? I really can't tell. Other than Justin Fields and Jack Doyle. and Nick Chubb. So I got a couple. Is that Debo in the slot? Man, now he's got a good fourth down. Who just caught that ball? Oh, Robert Woods. So we think of it as like a suburb to Philly sometime. Okay, I got you. Do they have an aquarium? I was thinking they had an aquarium this whole time. I've got man coverage. I don't know what I just did. I think I did press. Hope that helps. Okay, it doesn't because he's running it, but we tackled him anyways. Let's go. I didn't do anything there, but let's go. All right, guys. Biggest disappointment in terms of Week 17 fantasy, and biggest surprise. That's not a disappointment, a positive surprise. Madden, how do you stay in the pocket for 5 seconds without getting sacked? I always get pressured instantly. It depends. If you play franchise, like if you play a computer, you do have to have a quicker release. But what happens in online is a lot of people are kind of like hesitant because of the dual run aspect. I mean, there I just got sacked, right? And I also try to choose primarily mobile quarterbacks. I don't know if that has any impact on it. That's why I was talking about it. You have a good blocking tight end. Okay, that's why I thought you were talking about it. Oh, I really thought I could get the move there. That was a really bad play. God, 3rd and 28. All right, let's just bomb it. Oh, please get. Oh, goodness. Oh my gosh. I got to get. Oh, no way. No way. I should have just tried to get some field goal range. I tried to get all fancy and score. Ooh, I got rocked. Biggest disappointment, Steven giving up 3 picks for the first pick of the draft. Remember that? Biggest disappointment, Antonio Brown. Biggest surprise, Jamar Chase. That's a pretty fair evaluation of the week in general. People always put pass catching tight ends in, but they're a big part of not getting sacked. Also, fullbacks. Yeah, that's probably a good point, Madden, too. I'd still have to call CMC biggest disappointment because he was drafted first. Yes. Sorry, I was just reflecting on being a Christian McCaffrey owner for a second. And yes. Jamar Chase isn't really too much of a surprise. Playing the Chiefs in a shootout with Burrow on fire. But 55. Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting 55 fantasy points. So I think it's fair to say that was a surprise. Let's see what he does here. He lets it run down to the second half. Can't believe we fumbled there. I drafted CMC and Ridley. Were those your first 2 picks? Yeah, they probably were. Hey, look how far you came, bro. How far you came from that. Bring the heat. Oh, good play. Good play. Dang it. I really do feel bad for AB. I do too. I really do. I mean, I didn't see this coming at all. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he'd continue to just keep quiet. I mean, last year he was insanely quiet. You didn't hear a thing about him. And then over time things started to slowly come up, but I didn't expect it to end like that, man. That's for sure. I drafted Ridley with the idea of him being the guy. Yeah, a lot of people did. I was actually kind of low on Calvin Ridley coming into the season. Believe it or not. And I think we have mock drafts and gosh, that would have been our second episode where Steve and I talked about the NFC South. And yeah, But I didn't think his season would turn out the way it did. I drafted Ridley 3rd round. Okay. Tyreek 2nd. Okay. I got you. Still, I mean, overall, a relatively disappointing first 3 picks, right? I traded Chase for Ridley super early on. Hold on, let me get this play off. I think he's running it. No, he's not. Oh, no. No, we got so lucky there. In the 11th round, but the guy just benched him in the championship. No kidding. Wow, no kidding, Ronald. John, I lost the ship. I'm truly sorry to hear that, my dude. But hey, 2nd place, still an accomplishment, man. Took a lot of dedication and honestly a lot of skill too to get 2nd place this year. This was a very difficult fantasy season to navigate, man. So give yourself a pat on the back, man. I know it sucks right now, but still, don't beat yourself up too much, man. And I'm definitely sorry to hear it, my dude. I heard rumors that the Bucks were purposely benching him to not have to pay him his contract bonuses if he got like a few more catches and yards, and that's why he left. Okay, so I mean, I know it had to do with the situation, right? But I'm gonna have to like watch like a full breakdown of everything because from what I heard when I tried to look into this before the stream is that they didn't bench him. That they were telling him to get in the game, and what happened? Okay, what I read happened is Antonio Brown was open in the end zone. Tom Brady throws a touchdown to Mike Evans, who's being covered, right? And AB was supposedly open on that play. I have not gone back and confirmed this. I have not gone back and found that player and watched and everything, right? And then I heard AB was upset on the sidelines about that. And I've heard 2 things. I've heard that he either wasn't allowed back in. I've also heard that they tried to put him back in and that Bruce Arians told him to go in and he refused to after that play. And that's what led to everything. I've heard it now go 2 different directions. Either AB was told to come in and he refused to, and that's what led to everything, or he was just benched for some reason that we don't know, and then everything unraveled after that. So it gets a little murky. But I don't know the exact breakdown of it all. I could not pass up first round talent for my 11th round pick, and obviously that did not work out for me. Hey, I hear you. Well, I don't really hear you, but I hear you in the sense of not being able to pass up, first round talent. Are you able to pull up YouTube videos on the stream? I probably could actually. Yeah, I probably could. I ended up trading Tyreek for Eckler and Stephon Diggs, so that helped. Oh yeah, that was a great move then. That was a great move. Oh, come on, Njoku. Come on. Let's see. He's a 43% chance to win because he didn't play Chase. He needs Najee to get less than 14 to win. Wow. You got a shot. I guess he's got a shot too. He got a $300,000 bonus, excuse me, if he catches one more touchdown. Yeah, and then there was a certain amount of receiving yards he needed to get for an additional bonus as well. But the whole situation is just bad, right? Still had time in the game to do all that. He's still did he have next week too? I don't know. I think in time we'll probably get the full story here, right? I mean, I don't know whose favor that's in or what the breakdown is, but maybe we'll get some more answers as time goes on. It's hard to say as of right now, but Yeah, from what I've heard, it all started to unravel under or after the play where Mike Evans scored and supposedly AB was open. I mean, I've heard wide open, I've heard open in general. So, wow, that was actually a very impressive interception. Wow. Oz, Ronald Jones, Stephon Diggs, Michael Pittman, Bucks defense, Dawson Knox all screwed me today. I lost bad. Whew, that hurts, bro. That hurts. That hurts. A lot of starts that I think anyone would have made, man. Wow. And I'm sure I recommended all those. I mean, looking at it, I did. Hey, man, second place, like I've said all stream, second place this year is still very impressive. Still an accomplishment. Got second or third place this year. I mean, a lot of leagues have rewards for that, and it was a very, very difficult season to navigate. So give yourself a pat on the back, man. Don't beat yourself up. Nonetheless, I'm definitely 1,000% sorry to hear that. And I mean, dude, it's just those were all good starts. I mean, Rojo gets hurt. Diggs has Atlanta. Pittman, I mean, the Cardinals secondary has been ranked 26 going into the day against position. Bucks defense are playing the freaking Jets. Dawson Knox had the Falcons. I mean, it's been that type of season, bro. Ronald, I also said that T. Higgins and Chase are really the same, so why not sell Chase off high and try to get Higgins low? But I'm not trading next year. There you go. Ronald, 57 yards, I believe. He left $1 million on the table, and yeah, he had next week too. But like he thought Brady was trying to help Evans specifically over him. He had money online and just pissed him off. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. But gosh, man. Gosh. What a series of events. I mean, the whole thing, I mean, it chronologically it makes sense, but it's just unfortunate, to be honest. I mean, it's such an elite addition to that offense, man. I mean, it's unfortunate. Jerry, are you able to pull up YouTube videos on the stream? I know people react to them and stuff like that. I probably could, but I'd have to look into it and everything. I wouldn't want to do it live, mainly because, I mean, I guess it's fair use, but I'd want to make sure. You know, I don't want to go out here, get copy or flagged or anything. But I just have to make sure everything I do within it follows fair use policy. Well, I just watched the Evans touchdown. AB wasn't open until after Evans basically already caught it. Interesting. Yeah, like I said, that was loose information. I wasn't. I think I read that on a comment on YouTube on a channel or a video talking about it all. So, like, there we go. Probably not the best source of information. No offense to you guys who comment on our videos, but I mean, I don't know if it was if there are other plays. I don't know. The good thing is I won't be drafting any of those players next year except maybe Knox because tight ends are hard to come by. I also had Cordero Patterson shake my head. Hey, man, but you got second place, right? It's still a good season. Ron, which is crazy because Brady let him live with him. Wow. I'm sure Brady has a guest house. I mean, he probably has multiple, but yeah, I mean, watching Brady talk after the game, you could tell he was, he's very saddened by the situation. George Kittle also crapped the bed. Absolutely. Will, the reason AB was open afterwards was because the safeties went towards Evans instead of covering this zone since Brady had already passed it. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I believe you. Like I said, I hadn't rewatched the play, but that's good to know. Like, I'm not sure if there's other plays or if that was just false information. Oz, I lost at 185 to 75. And I don't think you made any bad starts. It's just been one of those seasons, man. I hate to hear it, bro. Jerry, I want to see the clip of AB getting knocked out after the big hit. I think that's what did it. You know, I personally don't, if I'm being honest with you guys. I personally don't think that CTE is the problem here. I think that theory makes some sense to some degree, possibly, but I think that there's been issues all the way back. I've heard since like 2010, in terms of like Hines Ward and people bringing up, but like, I mean, I'm not here to judge Antonio Brown's character or anything, right? But listen, I think this is a different issue. I think there's probably something more at play than just a CT issue. Okay. But it makes some logical sense. But if you look at his timeline, right, there have been far more issues after that play where Vontaze Burkhead, what's his name? Absolutely. I mean, took a ridiculously impactful hit on Antonio Brown. So I think there's probably more at play, but did that help? Probably not. But there's got to be some sort of, okay, my whole game is broken, but I think that there's something probably more at bay there, in my personal opinion. Let's see, Ronald, 58-52 for me. I don't know which one's worse. It's my semifinal round. Super Bowl is next week. Okay. Well, still, you can get third place. Not bad. This guy says I'm so bad I'm getting lucky. Shout out to you, Soupy Jim. I do suck. Whew. I don't know why people always want to message me and say I'm bad. I'm sorry, Soupy Jim. I just like dancing. It's always a dance that sets someone off. I'm sorry, bro. I won't dance again. That hit definitely messed him up. Did anyone else realize Saquon had 102 rushing yards? Yeah, he did. He had a great day on the ground. It was kind of, ceiling ended up getting capped in terms of not scoring a touchdown, right? Oh, dance. There you go. Oh, he didn't dance. My opponent had Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and Chase. Holy cannoli. Holy. It's possible CTA made his impulse control harder. He has always had a long history of issues. Yeah, that's probably the perfect way to put it, Ronald. Oz, Jared Patterson outscored my two starting running backs by himself. Yeah, he had a big day, man. Oz, liking stuff for the dub anyways. Hey, I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate you being here with us all season long, bro. And I appreciate you always giving that shout out, man. I'm truly sorry to hear about the loss today, bro. But pat yourself on the back, man. All you guys. This was a tough fantasy season. If you even made it to the playoffs, man, that's an accomplishment within itself. Ronald, empty under 2 yards. But yeah, it's not Barkley. It's the line that's the problem. Yeah, for sure. I drafted Barkley because I believe in the comeback season. He'll go off next season. Yeah, the injury didn't help. Second injury, right? Oh, come on. The championship is next week. The Super Bowl is in Feb. That's true. Colts lost to the Raiders. The Raiders. Yeah, the Raiders can have a little playoff push here if they want, man. Which is kind of crazy. I'm going to go for it in honor of Soupy Jim telling me I suck. We'll try and give him a little advantage here if I don't make it. Let's go for the big play. Ooh, I was hoping he'd take the bait. I was hoping he'd take the bait. He didn't take it. Soupy Jim. I left a ton of points on my bench, but my optimal lineup was 104, so I was losing. Yeah. Rough weeks out here, bro. Oh, he had Soupy Jim. He had a wide open receiver there, bro, in the end zone. The Titans might be dangerous in the playoffs with Henry coming back, especially if they get the bye for another week of recovery. Yeah, we talked about the Titans a little bit earlier. I mean, they're in a great position to make a really strong push, man. A really strong push. Henry coming back being the big part of it, right? Eagles made the playoffs, clinched the wild card with Green Bay win. Oh, I didn't realize when we were talking about the playoff picture earlier. Yeah, I didn't realize that impacted the Eagles. I wish I'd known that. Let's go. Let's go, Eagles. Ronald, yeah, if they get the bye. Jerry, I'm trying to figure out a way to watch the stream and also be able to go back and get clips. Ooh, good score. Good score. Let's go, Soupy Jim. I might need to have the stream put up on my laptop and on my phone. That sounds like a hassle, Jerry. I feel bad. Wait, is NFC playoff set? No. Niners and Saints. They're the last spot. Am I wrong? Is it set? Someone check for me. Because the Niners have the same record as the Eagles. But when we checked earlier, the Saints were still a potential option. Washington was who they needed to beat, so they got the tiebreaker on them now. Oh, yeah, so are the Saints and Niners still fighting it out? That's how it worked out. They just needed to win out, our win, and Green Bay win. Okay. John, remember when I said you had to buy me a Henry jersey? The Titans won the Super Bowl. Did you clip it? I don't actually remember, but I'm sure that was a thing. I believe you. Man, Soupy Jim getting a lot of good pressure here at the end of this game. Soupy Jim bringing the heat, bro. You know where I'm going with it. I got to get my guy Njoku involved. You know where we're going, Soupy Jim. Last spot is between the Niners and Saints. Okay, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure. I want to see the Saint. I mean, I'm sorry. I want to see the Niners in. I do. Would I be highly surprised if the Saints got in? No. Yeah, the Niners and Saints. I just looked. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure. Yeah, I would rather see the Niners. Who would you guys rather see, Niners or Saints? That's going to be the next poll I post. A lot of things coming out of today's games in terms of the playoffs. Maybe the Eagles did not. Maybe they just moved in because then the Niners beat the Eagles. I'm not sure. To be honest, we can check though. Let's go ahead and take a timeout. Let's slow this thing down, man. Let's find us a good play. Let's find us a good play. I don't know this playbook. NFL.com says Eagles clinch. Let's go. Niners play Rams. Saints play Falcons. Ooh. And that's a game them Rams are going to want to win, man. That is a game The Rams are going to want to win. Oh, I don't know if I can make this field goal. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it, boys. I was really nervous there. All right, Soupy Jim. You got a chance, my dude. We can go to overtime with 3. If you score, it's over. If you have 2 timeouts if you score too quickly. Let's go, Soupy Jim. Great game, man. All right. I don't know, man. The Saints might make it, but then again, the 49ers destroyed the Rams last time. That's true. That's what I'm saying, man. I could see a scenario where the Saints get on in there. Steelers aren't technically out yet. Neither are the Ravens or the Raiders or the Colts. Am I missing one? No, it's just those. Those are the outside looking in there. Man, my whole thing's lagging. Good play. Smart play. Yeah, Steelers, Raiders, Ravens, and Colts. So it's close there. NFC, that's good to know. We got Niners and Saints. Oh, Chargers. Thank you, Ronald. Yeah, I was like, I think I'm missing one. Chargers can still get out. I want to see the Chargers in. I think I'm sold on the Chargers. Chargers and Colts. Yeah, I think that's what I want, man. Yeah, Miami's out. Remember last week? Miami was like talk of the town, man. I think I'd rather watch the Niners. I do. Oh my gosh. Oh, great play. Great play. Soupy Jim. What a play, man. I was too scared to go aggressive on that ball because I was like, I've already pulled Leonard out here and you've already beat my corner. And like if Debo catches that, I go too aggressive on the ball, I might be toast. My Miami defense got me the semis win. That was like the greatest day of my life last week. Yeah, that for a lot of you guys, that was a very clutch win. Oh my gosh, this is literally the worst scenario. Okay. Damn, we better D up. Yeah, too late for that. Soupy Jim, what a good game. All right, now we just got to get the whew. Okay, we got the kick. What I do is I close my eyes and I press every button. I don't look. I don't think about it. I was about to say, if he does an onside kick, I'd be pissed. Let's go, blasting game. Let's dive. Yeah, Miami came through so clutch last week. So many people will. Stacking the box, but we're going to run it. Let's take 5 yards. 6 yards, even better. It's supposed to snow tonight for us. Originally, it's supposed to be like kind of bad, but I guess it's warmed up a little bit. I don't know if it's going to snow nearly as bad as I thought. That was an extremely lucky play I just had. I have no idea how Soupy Jim did not just pick six us and put an end to this battle. I have a feeling I'm going to choke. Place your wagers, boys. I haven't thrown to Devonta Adams like once. No reason I should have thrown that football. No reason. A soupy Jim. Why did I throw that? Oh, I should have thrown that away. Gosh, that replay is ugly. Oh, literally the worst possible place I could have thrown that football. You could always run out the clock and kick. Yeah. Well, too late. Yes, you're correct. Too late. Oh, Deontay Jackson. Are you kidding me? Did you guys see that? How is that not a pick? Oh, yeah, he doesn't even need to score. I don't blame him for kicking this. Good game, Soupy Jim. All right, let's chat him before he chats me. Where'd he go? Uh-oh, Alex. I don't know why people always have to come at me. Alex, I didn't see your invite before. All right, let's invite him. I don't think anyone's ever followed us. We'll send it. You are so bad. That's the second time someone's messaged me and said, luck ran out. On YouTube. That was live. That'll make him happy. He got to beat me on a live stream. All right, here we go. Soupy Jim was a match that we could not handle. Okay, so I guess tomorrow I'm going to have to do a waiver wire video for week 18. Yeah. I feel like off the top of my head, there wasn't a lot that came up today. Like anything that really impacted things, like running back one going down or something, right? So that'll be interesting. Braxton Berrios, first guy that comes to mind. We've talked about Braxton Berrios on the waiver wire videos like the last 2 to 3 weeks. And yeah, thank you, Ronald. That's a great point. Vaughn, yes, you're absolutely right. Ronald Jones going down. Thank you. But yeah, we'll get a waiver wire video out tomorrow for you guys. For sure. What's the channel going to be after fantasy football ends? So yeah, we've talked about that a little bit tonight already, and throughout the past couple of weeks at different times. But we'll have a lot of different things. I kind of made a list in my head earlier during the stream, but I don't want to say middle of the stream, beginning of the stream, because we've been streaming for a while now. But earlier in the stream, we did kind of go into detail about this. But I think Steve and I will continue to do Tuesday, Wednesday night streams as long as we can. My wife and I are having a baby. It's due January 22nd. She could be early. So while we can, we'll have that. Then I'm going to have lots of regular uploads as well, different content. So Madden content, for example. There's some stuff that I'm not announcing yet, but you guys will see in terms of the uploads. Gonna have a lot of different stuff. Okay. Steven's got some stuff planned as well in terms of, preparing for the NFL draft, potential, players coming out of college, potential rookies to look for, and naturally throughout the off season and throughout the podcast that we do, which will be live streamed, tons of fantasy questions will rise. Tons of fantasy content and speculation will come as well, on top of NFL debate in the offseason. But we're going to try best that we can to have some podcasts going during the postseason as well, and during the playoffs, leading up to the Super Bowl. Try to have content around that, and then we've got a lot planned for the offseason as well. So, and we've got a lot in terms of continuing to keep you guys engaged as well and a part of the community. So, and then of course we've always got the Discord page, which is completely free as well. So another way to keep the community engaged. So a lot in the works, excuse me, and definitely a lot to look forward to, and a lot of non-fantasy content as well coming. Ronald, have me and Jerry on as a guest. I'm more of a behind the scenes guy. It's okay, just me then. Yeah, that would be cool. If the Jags get the first overall pick, do you see them trading down since they don't need Aiden Hutchinson? I could see that scenario for sure. Yeah. They need something there. That's for sure. But yeah, I could see that scenario. You and Spencer playing Madden? Yeah, I'm happy. I'll do some Madden streams still and Madden content. So there'll be plenty, whenever you guys do want to play, well, when I hop on the stream, that'll be an option as well. So yeah. Spencer and Ron the GOAT. Yeah, Ron and I never ended up getting to play. Oh my gosh, I took way too many receivers. Do I just take an O-lineman? Andrew Norwell is not even that bad of a guard. We'll take Richie Incognito. I probably should have taken Hopkins. Oh, we got pretty good corners. I mean, I found that stacking corners is just worth it. Let's just take Jalen. Dan Campbell's playbook it is. Yeah, well, plenty of content coming, man. I went into like a huge tangent. I went on a huge tangent earlier about this. And I feel like be hard to repeat everything. But I'm super excited, super stoked for everything we have planned, man. And like I said, the community will continue to be very, very engaged. Oh, man. Just rubbing in my face I didn't draft DeAndre Hopkins. Or do random things like talk about sports movies or something. Yeah. We'll have a lot coming. That's for sure. And that's kind of the nice thing. I mean, we've built a community that we can just kind of like talk about anything, really. Like if Steve and I want to talk about movies, I mean, at least 5 of you guys will come out to that stream, right? Especially, yeah, good recommendation too, Ron, especially if it was sports related, right? I would like fantasy basketball, but I know you guys don't play. Yeah, honestly, if I gave you fantasy basketball advice, it would be very bad. That's for sure. It would be atrocious. You would not win. Be able to react to YouTube videos. You can have some watch party streams. You just put up an old football game. Yeah, if I could find content to react to while we're watching, just a general watch party. Yeah, if I can find stuff that's not going to get flagged for anything, then yeah. I mean, I guess it falls under fair use. If I'm watching NFL clips, no, I don't think it does. I don't think it does. I'll have to look into it. I want to get in trouble with the NFL. I mean, not in trouble, but to where they would flag my YouTube channel, get flagged, Think about it. Oh no, Soupy Jim couldn't find us. Get him. Get Deshaun. I'm trying to get enough people to start a catch fan basketball league. I think the catch will always be football. It's what it was always intended to be. But if you guys want to connect and, start a basketball league, that's fine. I would encourage that for sure. Would it be the catch? No. Would it be friends from the catch? Absolutely. So the coolest part is we've made a community where people are friends that we didn't know each other at the beginning of the season. It's crazy. Oh, come on, Jair Alexander. What did I draft you for? Chase early picks for the Super Bowl. So earlier we talked about championship games. I'm going Chiefs, Bills, Packers, Bucks. Who goes to the Super Bowl? I'm not quite sure. Thank you, Jared. I was trying to hit that spam and it wouldn't let me. Well, if you can get flagged because it prob happens, I would lose the replay. Yeah. Oh, you would lose the replay. Yes. And I mean, probably the worst thing that would happen is we just couldn't be monetized or use that towards monetization. But if you do it enough, which I'm sure if we started to look at clips in old games, we would start to do it quite a bit. To my knowledge, you're on a thin line of consistent fair use and copyright. Wow. I thought that was going to be a catch. Let's see. If it's live, you can get flagged because... Oh, sorry, I read that. I got the Packers for the Super Bowl. I definitely got them the championship. Catch adjacent. Sure. Ronald Eagles, of course. Jerry, La Catch League. Oh my gosh, what a fumble. If I start my own channel, I'll call it The Catch, and I start the Catch Basketball League. Go for it. Are you going to sue me? No. There's several channels out there named The Catch. And most of them have to do with fishing. It was actually when we first started. Oh my God, what an awful play. I'm going to do a fake punt. When I searched The Catch, I was like, oh my God. It was already too late. I was like, why did we make so many? Oh my gosh, what an awful throw. He was wide open. Oh my gosh. I thought we were going to convert that. Holy cow. I'm mesmerized. Yeah, there's a lot of channels called The Catch. A lot of them have to do with fishing. Moral of the story. Oh, we're getting smoked. It's a good thing Soupy Jam couldn't find the channel. He would really think you suck now. Soupy Jam couldn't find us when he searched the Catch, so maybe that's a sign of how many fishing channels named The Catch there are. I'll have to message him back. I think the best way to find the channel is to search The Catch Fantasy Football 2021, because almost all of our videos end with that, right? In the terms of the title. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh. That was a lucky play. Will, I'm going to go. See you guys later. Hey, peace out, bro. Have a great night. Appreciate you coming out, man. Appreciate you hanging out. We'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll talk to you soon, man. Appreciate you being here. Ronald says, peace. I'm going to make social media accounts with the Catch username just to get reserve the name in case you ever want to start one. You probably don't have to do that. We'll figure out different, the catch with something after it. Do. Come on, Kyler. Come on. Oh, gosh, she's going to fumble. Oh, God, that was so scary. That was so scary. I was terrified right there. Go, Antonio. Antonio Gibson. Oh, no, he's not fast. Oh, God, he missed me. Why am I dancing? I'm still down. Seacrub, yo, catch, what's up? I need 11 for Muth to win. Prayer hand emojis, bro. Prayer hand emojis for sure. For sure. I think that you definitely have a good shot there. You definitely have a shot. I like Freeman this week. Had him as a must start. Ron, if he gets a touchdown, he can get that. Yeah, absolutely. And I think Big Ben's going to be airing that thing out. The Browns aren't great against opposing tight ends. Just laughing because he just danced. I like that energy. But yeah, I think Fairmont's got a good shot here for sure. To get you 11, that is. Yeah. Oh, I really thought he was going to toss that thing up there. Would you like to join the Najee Do Bad Club? We've got the Najee Do Bad Club, the Pat F Do Good Club. Man, he's getting me with these double looks. Good play is IMTG Ace. He just straight up stopped for like 5 seconds. Either his thumb slipped off his controller or he did it on purpose. Ooh, good play. I'm wondering, he hasn't really ran it. I was wondering if he's going to get into that. Amon Ra is the man who saved me. Shout out to Amon Ra St. Brown. Dude, that's the second play in a, or not play in a row. Second time tonight, Jair Alexander has been in position for a pick and not gotten the ball. We have the I can't imagine anyone played Big Ben Club. Yeah, I don't imagine anyone played Big Ben either. Big play here on second down. Oh my gosh. How is that not a pick? Jamar Chase, first round pick next year? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Maybe if you're in an 8-man league, maybe not, but I think a 10 to 14-man league, very, very likely, especially in 14 and 12-man leagues, but maybe falls out in 10-man league, but he's got to be a top 3 receiver next year. Like, regardless of how he plays next week, he'll end up having that status. I mean, what, you've got Adams and Kupp in front of him and maybe Jefferson. I think, I mean, Debo's probably close, but I think that's where it lies right now. Big Ben is about to get that 30 burger. He might have a good night. He might. Last home game. So he might. I do not remember if we kicked off to him, if he kicked off to us. But if we score here, which we got 3 timeouts, we get the ball back. We're in a great position. If we score here, we're in a good position. I think Chase will be like second unless in Dynasty, then Smash first. Yeah, I think it depends on how big of a league it is, but 12 to 14 man leagues for sure. I think he's, potentially in that top tier, top 12 area. 14 man, I could see him falling out of the first. Like I said, there's only a couple receivers I put in front of him next year. So it depends on when Kelsey goes, and it depends on how many running backs go as well. Wow, I have no idea how that was not an interception. Or why Chris Herndon's in, but Herndon's actually good, so we'll just roll with it. Now, JT Derrick Henry, first round pick, then get Chase second. I don't know if he'll last, but I mean, second round probably does make sense, but he's still a top 3 receiver next year, top 4 or 5 at worst. So it kind of depends. I mean, you're probably right that in a lot of leagues, he'll get taken in the first. In a lot of leagues, he'll fall into the second. Vikes highlights. What's good, bro? The Vikings made me suicidal. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry, man. Yeah. I mean, a big week for Cousins to not play, man. Oh, what was that throw? What in the world was that throw? We'll take the field goal. After that, what was that? What's up, Vikes highlights? Ooh. We'll take the points here. Let's get this half over with. I honestly think Zimmer could be gone tomorrow. Do you really? I won't be able to sleep until it happens. That's an interesting topic, man. I mean, we talked about it earlier in the season, but do you think, I mean, with them being eliminated, do you think it's really coming? Ronald, I'm not fading Mark Andrews anymore. I don't care if they got the running backs back. He has to be the talks for top tier tight end. I can't argue it, man. I mean, here's the thing that happens every single year in terms of draft order. Like, the rankings are probably going to have Andrews number 2 to Kelsey still. I don't think that you're wrong. I don't think that your argument's invalid, but I think that the rankings will have Kelsey in front of Andrews, and most people will follow suit with those top tier running backs and receivers and include Kelsey in there. And Andrews will probably fall between the second and third. But who knows? We'll see. Who knows? And I don't think that you're wrong that he should be in the talks right up there next to Kelsey. I don't think you're wrong at all. Oh, no, he burnt me. Good play. Oh, my God, I thought I got him. That was pretty ugly, but I think they let him have the last game. Sure. Yeah, I don't think he'll go out in that fashion. I can't believe he just scored there. Holy cow. Zimmer absolutely pissed me off. He completely dogged on Kellen Mond in the post-game press conference for no reason, all the most disrespectful way possible. I didn't see that. Locker room hazard. I think he's lost the locker room as of now. I mean, I won't be surprised if they move on from him. I won't be. I mean, they've been mediocre at best under Zimmer, in my opinion. The best season's got to be that Case Keenum season with the Stephon Diggs catch. And then they just got destroyed by the Eagles. So, I mean, they just had a lot of seasons where you're falling between like 7 and 10 wins. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but wow, that touchdown there was huge. Huge. If I can get Andrews in the third, I'd be thrilled. I 1000% agree with you. We probably don't see what locals see. I see more of what Nick S says. I think a coaching change would be good for the Vikings. How long has Zimmer been there? It's been a long time. And Adrian Peterson was there when at a point when Zimmer was there. And they never have not had an elite running back. Sure. Defense has always been a problem under Zimmer too. I guess they've had some good defensive seasons, but for the most part, I'm playing like trash right now. I don't know why I went back to Dan Campbell's playbook. And yet here we are. Dude, I thought I might be able to get that across the entire field. When asked about if Kellen is going to play over Sean Mannion next week, Zimmer says not particularly, and then asked why not. He said, I see enough of him in practice. Oh God, that's game. Oh goodness. Kellen Mond is QB3 on the roster for some reason. He absolutely gets no practice reps. Interesting. What would I keep a young QB's confidence up? Yeah, I guess it's probably not. Oh my gosh, he just ended this game. Good game. It's done. All right, boys, I'm going to go ahead and wind down the stream. We streamed way longer than I thought we would. Way longer. I appreciate you guys coming out. We'll have week 18 waiver wires dropping tomorrow. Must start defenses dropping tomorrow. And I'll hop on for a little bit tomorrow as well. Our final week of fantasy football. I know a lot of weeks ended for you guys in week 17. But at the same time, a lot of you guys play through week 18. So we're going to go ahead and gear up for one last week. So stoked to bring you guys another week of the catch, another week of fantasy. For those of you who don't play, come out to the streams, join the Q&A, join the debate. We'll have plenty of NFL debate sprinkled in there as well. Plenty of postseason talk. It's a big week for the NFL in general, whether you play fantasy or not through week 18. It'll be fun to get in there, see how things unfold, talk about everything. So make sure you guys check out the videos this week. Drop some likes, drop some comments about what you guys think. We'll try and maybe be a little bit more, speculative, talk about playoffs, different things throughout the fantasy uploads this week. So maybe that'll, encourage you guys who don't play fantasy to hop in there as well. But outside of that, guys, we'll be streaming every day this week still. And look forward to hanging out with you guys this week. Jerry, talk to everyone next time. Do you know what time you'll be on tomorrow? I don't. Mondays there's always up in the air for me. Monday's like my chore day, my task day, get all my stuff done day before. I work Tuesday through Saturday, so Sunday I do lots of nothing. I watch football and I hang out with you guys and I work out. And outside of that, I still do some chores and cooking and things like that. But Mondays, I got to get all the serious stuff done. AMG, good news, my man. Both lineups won on the championship round. You were great help. Let's freaking go, baby. Great message to get at the end of the stream here, man. Great question to go out on. Love to see it. Like I said, congrats to all you guys who won in week 17. To those of you who got second or third place, congrats to you. Congrats to all you guys for playing through this crazy 2021 fantasy football season and just managing a roster throughout it, because it was honestly a crazy year. So, hey, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate all you guys do for the community. I appreciate you guys sticking out this fantasy season with us. And like I said, for those of you who play through week 18, we got you covered this week, and good luck to you guys. And to those of you who don't, we got plenty of content and ways for you guys to be engaged this week. So check out the weekly uploads. Check out the streams throughout the week. Cannot wait to hang out with you guys this week. This is Andrew from 2 days ago. Love you, my guy. Hey, much love to you guys. Much love to the Catch fam. We're going and cap off the stream, man. I will talk to everyone tomorrow. Week 18, waiver wires, must start defenses, and some good old Q&A tomorrow as well. Got nothing else to say, but thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on the Catch. And peace. And I forgot to say, hit that like button on the way out. Hit that sub button if you're new to the channel. Comment down below if you need anything. Hit that notification bell and join the Discord down below. And peace.